On defense from Ridgefield, Connecticut, number 27, Anthony Bongo. At left wing from Collegeville, Pennsylvania, number 3, Joey Macrina. At right wing from Champlin, Minnesota, number 2, Brent Solomon. At center from East Grand Forks, Minnesota, number 28, Brock Schultz. And in goal tonight for the Herd from Ogra, Latvia, number 88, Leonard Spelberg. The Stampede's general manager is Tony Gasparini. Head coach Ryan Crothers. The associate head coach is Brandon Wildung. And the assistant coaches are Ryan Black, Trevor Kleckner, and Nick Grosso. The athletic trainer is Jordan Witzel, and the equipment manager is Nathan Foss.
So there you go, starters here for game number 1. Jim Olander alongside Johnny Lazarus. Johnny, keys here, what do you think some big keys to the game tonight?
The biggest thing for the Herd is to stay out of the penalty box. This Muskegon power play has been dangerous all postseason long. They got the second best power play percentage going right now in the Clark Cup playoffs at 31% conversion rate. So the kill is going to be huge if they do get in the box, but Muskegon, they got a lot of offensive weapons, and if they could take away time and space tonight from the guys like Drew Stewart, Jack Christ even, who's shown some real promise in a series like this last year, then they'll be just fine.
All right, let's go downstairs for tonight's national anthem.
Direct your attention to the west end zone of the Premier Center, where the Sioux Falls Children's Choir will perform the national anthem presented by the Dakota Scouts.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Fans, make some noise for the Sioux Falls Children's Choir. Thanks for
Game
taking
1
my
of the
fans
Clark
tonight.
Cup final is here. The Stampede against the Muskegon Lumberjacks, and we're excited to have you here with us as the Herd and Lumberjacks get squared away here. Sioux Falls winning the West, Muskegon winning the East, and now here ready to go as these teams have had quite the regular season and into the playoffs, quite the run. Now we are ready for the opening puck drop. It's the Clark Cup final, game 1, Sioux Falls and Muskegon. Glad to have you with us here, as this should be a fun one here tonight. Johnny, what's going through these players' minds here as they get ready to drop the puck?
Trying to control their emotions on both sides. You want to get the crowd into the game if you're the Sioux Falls Stampede and you got the home fans behind you. You want to throw a big hit right away on the first shift, and you want to make sure you're not making any mistakes. Really having strong puck management at your blue line, both defensively and offensively. And if you are the Muskegon Lumberjacks, you want to do everything to take away momentum from the home team and get the crowd out of the game.
All right, here we go. Opening face-off, ready to go. Stampede and Lumberjacks. Schultz ready to take the draw here for the Herd. The face-off is won by the Lumberjacks, and the Clark Cup final is on the air. As Grimes will knock it down for the Herd. Sioux Falls wearing their Navy uniforms tonight. They'll send it all the way in. Here's Schultz trying to track it down, batted away by the Lumberjacks, and Stewart will play it ahead all the way back into the Stampede zone. Grimes back behind his own net, shovels it up the right wing wall, gets it to McCrean. McCrean in front of the Muskegon bench, slides across ice over to Schultz. A drop pass here for Solomon, knocked away, and it's picked up by Sanderson here of the Lumberjacks. He'll play it along the wall. He gets taken down on the Stampede, force it back along the far side. McCrean gets shoved into the boards there by Christie, and the puck blows back behind the net, and it's picked back up by the Herd as it's played along the wall, and Muskegon will get there again. Vukas shot deflects away. Solomon coming after it. Sioux Falls trying to scoot it the other way. That one batted down though, and again into the corner. Manassa trying to battle for it here. It bounces back to him. He will pick it back up, and Manassa will travel with it and just send it off the wall all the way down. No icing call here early on. First Dakota, first period. First Dakota, the official bank of your Sioux Falls Stampede. Go to firstdakota.com as Wild knocks it here for Sioux Falls for the neutral zone. Gets it over the line. It's batted down, but picked up by the Jacks. And Christie will play it ahead as it's flipped all the way back in, as now the Jacobson will travel back here for Sioux Falls. Cross ice pass off a skate there. 90 seconds into the contest. Doman will backhand and send it all the way in. They will chase after it here. Thorpe plays it along the board. Sioux Falls, Betzold though gets it, gets tangled up though. Couple of Lumberjacks, and Muskegon will get it back out to center, and it's picked up here. Rankowski knocks it down. The puck is played here. Again, Lechner is there for the Jacks. It'll send it in. Prunty off behind the Sioux Falls net, playing it ahead here on the right side. Sioux Falls will work it through here as they try to play it ahead up the right wing wall at Zoko. Zoko into the offensive end, had it poke checked away, has it tied up. The Herd have it. Montero slides it across, shot and a save made. Rebound backhanded by McGraw, and a big save by Carl Axelson as he slides across. And some good pressure early there by the Herd.
Really good idea there by J.J. Montero to throw that low off the pad, knowing McGraw was on the backside for a rebound, but as a righty on the left side of the net, so hard for McGraw to get a strong shot there on his backhand. But the entry by Thomas Soko as well, using his legs, getting his feet going from D zone through the neutral zone into the offensive zone. That's what you want to see here early from the Herd.
Face-off draw coming to the right of Axelson. Stewart out there here for the Herd with Soller and Holtby, while out there as well for the Herd with Jacobson. That one dumped in off the end wall. Jacobson towards the net, tipped away there by Holtby, picked back up by the Jacks, and Omiko will play it back out to center as it's flipped all the way back into the Stampede zone. Sioux Falls behind their own net, up the left wing wall, puck batted around, and Stewart has it. The former Jack plays it across, but he gets bumped off the puck, and it's cleared out of the zone as it comes back out. And we get a whistle here. A couple players tied up already, as Miko and Holtby changing some phone numbers here and getting this series off to a start here as the puck will come all the way back in the zone.
Thomas Holtby is a guy that I'll have my eye on all night. I've heard he's all sandpaper on that fourth line for the Stampede. I was getting DMs about him today, actually, to keep my eye on him from his friend Daniel. But starting with Carter Amico, who's 6'5" and looks like a monster out there. Holtby's not a small guy. He's 6'2". Amico is just that big, but love to see a guy trying to get under the Muskegon Lumberjacks skin here early.
Montero in to take the draw. Zoko tangles it up, comes back. Stewart for the Jacks plays it on the far wall. Stampede play it out. Right side, here's Bongo. Wrist shot through traffic, travels wide. Grimes picks it up along the edge of the left circle, sends it back behind the goal. Here's Montero, has it along the right wing boards. Edge of the right circle, it's sent back in. It's McGraw backhanding. Zoko, turnaround, he hit the crossbar. Hit the crossbar in that turnaround shot, and the puck played along the wall. The Herd that close to getting the early first goal here as the puck flipped ahead and sent all the way down into the Stampede zone. Feldbergs looks on behind his net as Grimes is there. He'll chip off the glass. Puck bouncing, batted down at center, but the Herd have it. McGraw will get onside and bring it in. McGraw around one defender, slides it to Montero, but it batted away. Nice job there by Benson. And the Jacks will get it out of the zone. Manassa back to Prunty. He'll play cross ice, looking for Montero. Montero's gas, not going to get that one. And there is a stoppage. Take a look here at our starting goaltenders tonight. Brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Bowen & Associates. For all your insurance needs, visit Bowen & Associates today. That's Bowen, B-O-E-N. BowenAssociates.com. They're your local independent Auto Owners Insurance agency. Carl Axelson for the Lumberjacks, 8-4-0 on the year, the 2.10 goals against and a 906 save percentage. On the other side, it's Leonard Feldbergs for the Herd, 6-1-3 in the postseason, 2.02 goals against and a 932 save percentage. As a puck played here by Prunty. He'll play it out to center. Puck batted down and flipped in here. Stopped there by the Herd, and they'll get it to center. Solomon sends it all the way in. Montero trying to track down. Will go off behind the net. Played there by Amico, and he'll play it to the far wall, and here come the Jacks. Got some talent up front, and they'll play it here through the neutral zone as it's sent in. Noringer flips it into the Stampede end. Here comes Sioux Falls. Prunty trying to kick it free, but he gets tangled up there. Novotny took him, a little slash there, and that's going to be our first penalty. And the Stampede will get a chance here on the power play early on.
That's a penalty that Coach St. Clair won't like, a stick penalty 200 feet away from your net. Melvin Novotny has got to be a little bit smarter there. You can't chop down on a player's stick like he did right here on Prunty, and the Stampede will get the early power play here as he got some little extra stuff happening over there by the Herd bench. Doesn't
take long for the team. These two teams have only faced each other twice all season, but it doesn't take long to get going here. And a slashing call here, so that'll put the Herd on a Prairie Farms power play. The Stampede power play during the regular season was at 25%. Here in the postseason, it's 25%. Penalty kill for the Lumberjacks during the regular season was at 78.5%. So far here in the playoffs, they're at 90%. As they've done very well. They've only allowed 3 goals against and 32 chances. So Rankowski, Ullman, Betzold comes out with Schultz and Prunty. Here's Betzold playing it along the wall, gets it out to Prunty. Back to Betzold. Betzold waiting, gets it back to Prunty. High slot, right side. Rankowski shot, save, rebound. Trying to jam it as a Schultz right there in the doorstep, and they're not going to like that. So a little extracurricular here. They'll separate everybody, but good quick shot there to start the power play for the Herd.
All starts with a face-off win by Rankowski, too. A clean win back to Prunty, allowing the Herd to get set up. You don't waste any time trying to go back in your own zone and break it out. Like the shot first mentality of Rankowski as well, and then Schultz, who's got a little personal business and revenge from last year, trying to whack at a rebound and piss off the Lumberjacks a bit.
Schultz will come in to take the draw here again. Inspers Colsons, and we get a quick stop here. They're going to separate, get everybody squared up, and we'll do it again. And now it'll be Noringer that'll come in to take the draw against Schultz of the Stampede. Face off the left of Axelson. One by Sioux Falls. Rankowski tapping to Prunty. Prunty behind the net, swings it around to Betzold. Betzold, left circle, has it top of the circle, waiting, holding on to the puck. Driving with it, pulls back here, looking. He'll get it out to the point. Prunty over to the right side now. Here it's down low to Rankowski. Shot, it bounced off the stick of Axelson and right to his pads, and he's able to hold on. And now again, a little extra pushing and shoving. 15-17 to go. Scoreless in the first, minute 25 still left on the power play.
Rankowski was looking for a backdoor pass, but it almost worked out in his favor. Hitting the stick off Axelson, I thought it could have slipped 5-hole. He had Schultz right there at the top of the net mouth, and Betzold creeping toward the back door. Smart idea here so far, and good power play going early here in the first 35 seconds for the Herd. Face-offs have been critical.
Good pressure so far by Sioux Falls, and that's been the difference. And obviously, if they've been successful here or not, they've struggled at times, and that's, we talk often, you lose a draw, and it could cost you 20, 25 seconds on a power play. Another draw win here, played by Prunty. Gets tied up, though, with the linesman skates, and it's going to be cleared all the way down.
Unfortunate there, but that's why it's so critical to have 2 centers on a power play unit, a lefty and a righty. Depending on whichever side the face-off is, you can have a guy on a strong side to win it.
Prunty will bring it up the middle of the ice here. Just over a minute left on the power play. Drop pass for Betzold. Betzold will leave it here. Look out, turned over, tipped, and it's loose, and here they come. Blanchard has it short-handed, and they score. Sent across off the turnover, and it's a short-handed goal for the Lumberjacks, as that was put in by Drew Stewart, their top guy, and he makes the Stampede pay, and the Jacks have the first goal of the game.
Chuck Blanchard made a really good read, knowing Betzold was going to make that drop pass. He anticipates it. He steps up, makes a strong play, wins the battle, and then it's a 2-on-0. Blanchard seeing Drew Stewart going right down the left side, He takes a quick little look, fakes the shot, and slips it over to Stewart, and that's an easy goal for Drew Stewart to score, one of the leading scorers in these playoffs.
Well, after a good start to the power play, not a good play there, and now Sioux Falls down a goal. However, Stampede fell behind to Fargo in games 4 and 5. They gave up the first goal, came back and won both, so they're certainly capable of it, but obviously not the way they want to start. Still 47 seconds here. Try and get that goal back as Zoko weaves through traffic, plays it to the right side to Solomon. Down, sends it back behind the net, works it around. That's off the glass, and it's going to be sent all the way down into the Stampede zone.
Just shows how quickly momentum can change. You think Sioux Falls is due for the first goal in this game, and a quick little mistake cost them.
Here come the Herd. Montero had to roll off his stick. Gets back to Zoko, now to Grimes. Grimes left point, down to 20 on the power play. Zoko swings it to the right side to Solomon. Solomon waiting, right circle, drops it for Montero. Back to Solomon, shot and a save made. And the rebound is cleared all the way down. That'll do the power play here for Sioux Falls. As Novotny will come back onto the ice, and it's a 5-on-5 now. The Herd hit the crossbar, but did not score, and then the turnover leads to the shorthanded goal for Muskegon. Here's the puck. Manassa has it through the neutral zone. They play it ahead, looking over the line. Soller touches there, and that's an offside whistle, and that will get us to a stoppage here. 13:38 to go in the first period. 1-0 Muskegon. We're back with you in 60 seconds. This is Stampede Hockey.
Day.
Back here at the Premier Center, Jim Olander with you alongside Johnny Lazarus. 1-0 Muskegon. They get the shorthanded goal. Have the lead here on the Stampede. A face-off just outside the Jacks zone. We'll get a stoppage here. They're going to reset the clock. Quick look at the lines tonight for the Herd. Rankowski centering that top line with Betzold on the right, Ullman on the left. Zoko will center the third line with McGraw on the right, Montero on the left. Schultz will center the third line with Solomon on the right, McCreen on the left. Stewart centering the fourth line with Holtby on the right, Soller on the left. Christian Chewy, your extra skater here tonight as they send it in. Puck goes here, shot high, back behind the net. Schultz there trying to leave it for Bongo, but he's tangled up along the wall as it's knocked free, and now get it around Sanderson to Solomon and out to center. Puck here, McCreena batted away, and back come the Muskegon Lumberjacks. Here's Sanderson, drops it here to the right side. Chris gets a shot that goes back behind the net, right to the left side, and right of the goaltender Feldbergs, but he knocks it down, and Sioux Falls will get it out. Little give and go here. McCreena up ahead into the offensive end, floats one in, back behind the net. Larioza plays it off the wall, and the Jacks look out. They get it out, and they've got a quick 2-on-2 over the line, but an offside whistle there in Novotny as he pulled back, trying to go around the defense, and his line mate there went over the line, and offside whistle. 12:47 to go in the first. 1-0. Quick look to your D pairs tonight. Bongo and Grimes together. Manassa and Jacobson together, and Weil and Prunty are together. Out of the lineup tonight, Jake Merentz along with Aiden Jans, both injured, and Nicholas Nelson not available tonight. Face off here in the neutral zone. Rankowski getting set for the draw. Won by the Jacks, and it's going to be sent in there by Amico, and Sioux Falls will try to get to the far wall. Goes back behind Feldbergs. He looks on. Swung back around to the near side. Cullen here has it on the left wing boards. Knocked away by Rankowski. Chipped off the boards to Betzold, and now floated off the glass, but not out. Kept in the zone. Bouncing around. The Jacks, Cullen able to keep it in. Gets it tied up there with Maroon, and now it's played back out. Stampede get it ahead. Ronkowski gets over the line. That one's batted away. Amico will play it off behind the net, swinging it back to the far side. Now they'll try to work it around. Stampede have it. Here's Prunty, fanned on it. Trying to one-time it, fanned on the shot, and the puck is played off and out of the zone. Ahead, it's played by the force in Anthony Thomas Maroon. Offside, little extra pushing and shoving. And motion's high here early in the first. 12:01 to go, but both teams going at it hard. And a 1-0 lead for the Jacks.
Anthony Thomas Maroon is certainly a young player who likes to mix it up just like his old man Pat Maroon, who I know is proudly watching tonight. He's been so good for the Lumberjacks so far in these playoffs. A young guy, but he's playing like an experienced, mature player so far through the Clark Cup playoffs, and you love to see Prunty step up and show he's not afraid of that.
12:01 to go. Faceoff will come outside the Stampede zone. Zoko lining up here for the draw. One here by the Jacks, but the Stampede will get it. Jacobson will force it ahead in front of the Lumberjack bench, dumps it in, but he is stopped there. Johnny Rowan will play it ahead. Stampede get it right back though over the line. Jacobson, he can't quite hold on, and back into the Jacks possession, and they'll get it out. There's Collins will play it into the Stampede zone. Sioux Falls slows it down. They'll try to go back the other way. Only goal so far came from Stewart at 5:14 of the Jacks. Here's Montero working it in. Montero back behind the net. As the puck trying to kick it free, gets tied up there. They'll play on. Puck here, McGraw trying to play it along the wall now. He gets tangled up, and the Jacks are going to win the battle to get it out of the zone. Yanni O'Rourke plays it ahead up the left wing side to the right side of Feldbergs. It's flipped in behind the net, and Grimes is there. He'll chip it off the board. Sioux Falls gets it, but that one's going to hit the Stampede bench at 11:08 to go. First period. Only one shot, Johnny, but it was the short-handed shot that has the Lumberjacks ahead right now.
Hasn't been many scoring chances for either team so far. Not a lot of time and space out there right now, and that's kind of the feeling out process you see in the first 10 minutes of the series. But Sioux Falls has been in control of this game so far. It's just that one mistake on the power play that's hurt them. You got to feel good about your game right now if you are the Herd outside of that.
Face off to the right, stick side of Feldbergs. Fans on their feet here, making some noise here, trying to give that environment they had Tuesday night. Muskegon on the left wing wall has it knocked down. Puck played into the corner. Centering Macrina intercepts the pass, and Sioux Falls trying to get it out. He got hauled down, and the Herd are going to get another power play opportunity here with 10:52 to go. A tripping call, and I think it's on Novotny again. And the Herd will get another opportunity here with the man advantage.
Melvin Novotny, his second penalty in the first 10 minutes of this game. Another offensive zone penalty. Macrina just tried to dance around him, had the speed. Novotny stops moving his feet, hooks around him, and that's an easy call for the officials to make.
So the Herd will get their second Prairie Farms power play. Prairie Farms, local dairy, local fresh. Go to prairiefarms.com. The face-off to the right, stick side of Axelson. The former Stampede goaltender, played 4 games last year into the North American League, and then has had quite the season with Muskegon. As the puck played here by Macrina to Montero, and they flip it to the far wall. Grimes knocks it down out there with Solomon. Lays it along the right wing ball. Now back behind the net for Montero. Gets it to Solomon. Solomon edge of the left circle. Back to Macrina. To Solomon. Back here to Grimes. Right point. Zoko driving in. Left side Solomon. Nice pass. Shot just went off the mark. Now Montero runs into the goal. It comes off. And we get a stoppage here and a face-off.
Really good look by Zoko. That cross-seam pass to Solomon, who can really let it rip when it's in his wheelhouse. Just a little bit too far in front of him. Hard to get your body over that puck and hammer it. Solomon did a good job at least getting it toward the net, but then the net comes off, and now we got another offensive zone draw here.
10:27 to go in the first period.
So far, though, the Stampede on their power play, they've gotten the looks from the flank. Rankowski had a good chance on the right side flank. Solomon here on the left side flank. So you like to see that right now if you are on the PP, that you're getting the looks and the seams are open. They just got to keep trying to fire to the net and create some rebounds here early.
Zoko ready here to take the draw. There's Collins against him. There's Collins wins it, and the puck goes off behind the net. Macrina lost his stick. Solomon keeps it in the zone. Now to McCreena behind the goal, trying to behind the back pass, had it batted away. It's going to come off the wall, and the Jacks are going to get it here to the line, and they do not get it out, though. They kept it in. The Stampede still have it. Solomon gets it to Montero, spins back to Solomon. Solomon back here to Zoko. Zoko to Prunty. Prunty, right point now. Edge of the right circle at the dot, sends it to Montero, tries to go the forehand, with save made. Nice little move there. Collision along the wall here, down to a minute on the power play, and the puck comes out of the zone.
Risky play by Noringer to not get that puck out originally, which gave the Stampede a good chance.
Sioux Falls careful here in the neutral zone, turned it over in the first power play that led to that 2-0 break. And the goal for the Jacks, still 45 seconds to go on the advantage. Here's Oman, up over the line right side. Oman, little give and go. Oman has it, pulls back at the hash marks, back out to Prunty. High point, left side Betzold, he's got room, he'll shoot, save, Axelson, rebound, bouncing in front. Batted down, and he jumps and covers. 30 left on the power play, 9:22 to go in the first in a 1-0 game.
Really like Prunty's ability to move laterally along the line. It opens up so many seams for the guys on the walls, but Prunty also had an opportunity to look shot. He tried to float a little pass in there down to the net front. I think that was Oman on the goal line. You want to see Prunty try to get a shot a little bit from the point just to create some sort of scare for Axelson and net.
Here's Oman in the left corner here with the puck. He plays it along the boards. Gets it into the wall there. Goes off behind the net. Rinkowski trying to get back to it. Banked off the wall. Prunty can't hold, and it comes out. And the Herd here running out of time on the advantage. Just 10 seconds to go. Chance of Let's Go Herd start up as Betzold brings it into the zone here. Little give and go. Final seconds ticking off the power play. Penalty expires, and Muskegon back at full strength. Herd, though, with possession in the zone. Betzold out to Manasso. Right side here, Prunty, right point. Left side, Betzold fires, tipped. Oh, a perfect pass, and it went wide. Oman was right on the doorstep, and it just went wide of the net.
What a look.
8:33 to go. Here come the Jacks into the offensive zone. Maroon has it on the right side. Backhanded pass knocked away. Amos Maroon sends it in front. They get a shot saved by Feldbergs, and he'll cover and gain the whistle. Timeout on the ice here. We'll take one as well. 8:24 to go in the first period. It's a 1-0 lead for Muskegon. We're back with you in 60 seconds. This is Stampede Hockey.
In the Dakotas, your Sioux Falls Liquor Superstore of 69th and Louise.
Now, let's help the Stampede score.
Caddo is proud to be your home for the Clark Cup playoffs. Now let's head back to the rink with the voice of the Stampede, Jimmy O.
Back here at the Premier Center, face off to the right of Feldbergs. Stick side, shots unofficially 6-3 in favor of Sioux Falls, but the shorthanded goal by Muskegon, the only one that matters. They lead 1-0. Puck played here by Amico. He has it knocked down. Puck played to the neutral zone. Amico trying to bring it across. Nice check there by Schultz, batting it away, and it's sent all the way in by Solomon. No chase into the right wing corner here. McCreena coming in as well. Played by Solomon. Out to the right point for Bongo. Left side, Grimes. Grimes to the net, blocked. Picked up by the Jackson out of the zone. Bongo will leave it here for Grimes. And he plays it out to centers. Pass intercepted, and here they come the other way. Look out. Bruce Collins plays it here. Bruce Collins behind the net, trying to spin off a check. Now he has full possession. Goes to his backhand. Will float it out to the left point. Shot through traffic, and a stick save made by Feldbergs. Rebound played again back behind the goal as it's pinned there. Solomon battling with Bruce Collins. He will not get free, and then falls on the puck. Here comes Bongo over to take the puck and give it to Solomon. Finally, the Herd play it along the wall, but they can't get it out. Novotny keeps it in, but his pass intercepted there and went after the skate of Schultz. And all the way out, Sioux Falls able to get a change here as the Jacks will play it ahead. Novotny works it to the right side. Edge of the right circle here, holding on to the puck, gets it back out. Thorpe fires, save, made, rebound, knocked down by Stewart to the Herd. Big hit by Holtby, and the puck comes free, and the Herd the other way. Up the left wing wall for Cooper Soller. Soller moving to the net, it's poke checked away and knocked down, but a big play there by Holtby to get that possession and opportunity there for the Herd.
Really good defensive play by Gus Thorpe and Muskegon.
Here's Stewart dropping it, knocked away, and the Jacks will come back the other way. Here's Bergeron, wide to the left side, has it, trying to go around Prunty. Prunty has him pinned along the boards here. He gets it back, though, and now Prunty will flip off the boards. Holtby trying to clear can't. The puck comes back in front of it. It'll bounce here to the right corner. Played here by the Stampede. Collision there as Prunty just got decked. And slow to get up here, and a whistle with 6:21 to go in the first period. 1-0, Muskegon on top. And the faceoff coming outside the zone here, I believe.
This line for Muskegon, the fourth line, Max Cullen, Anthony Thomas Maroon, and Ty Bergeron have been very aggressive so far on the forecheck for the Lumberjacks. Exactly what you want your fourth line to do if you're Muskegon, and you see right there, Prunty takes a pretty big hit as he flips the puck over the glass, and now Prunty's going to know those guys are going to finish every hit whenever he has the puck.
Face off here in the Stampede zone. Won by the Jacks, but Sioux Falls Soller gets a piece of it and gets it out of there. There's Stewart. Jake Stewart for the Herd, backhanding it in. He lofts it on net. It's knocked away. Jacks will get it back here up the right wing wall. Benson flips it back, and it's knocked down by Zoko. Zoko chips it off the boards. Now they get it back. Benson has it, and now it's flipped here. Sioux Falls will get there. Montero with the puck and now tries to play it. Montero chips it here along the left wing wall. Gets it to McGraw, but it's kept in the zone and brought back in the zone, excuse me, by Drew Stewart. As it knocked down, and again they flip it in. 5:45 to go, first period. 1-0 Muskegon, game one of the Clark Cup final here from the Premier Center. Game two tomorrow night at 6:05. Cullen has it for the Jags and sends it deep into the Herd zone of the right wing corner. Bongo backhanding to Grimes. Flipped ahead, up the left side, McGraw avoids a check, gets into the offensive zone, he's got help. Slides into Zoko, in the slot, shot blocked, Zoko gets it back, turns and shoots. Save made by Axelson, and the rebound ripped away as the puck is floated out of there nicely by the Jacks, and they'll get it out of center, and Bergeron will send it all the way down. Bongo with just over 5 minutes to go, long outlet pass ahead to Betzel. He's in the zone by himself, nowhere to go, and it's floated away there by the Jacks as Muskegon will send it all the way in. Christie sends it all the way down. Picked back up by the Herd and picked up again by the Jacks along the right wing wall. Omen trying to knock it free. Puck floating around here. Noringer sends it across ice. Shot high and over the net. Now it'll come off the wall. Omen gets hit trying to play it out. Noringer has it knocked down. Sioux Falls will get there. Omen gets it out of the zone. Muskegon's got some big boys on the ice out there. The Herd have to navigate around tonight. Here's Omen as it batted away as it's picked back up. Noringer again has it and now gets it to Christie, and now the puck is played ahead all the way up the right side. Novotny's shot is wide of the net and it comes out of the zone. They're going to whistle here. And another power play coming up for the Herd. We'll tell you about it. We come back in just 30 seconds. 1-0 Muskegon, but the Herd on their third power play when we return. This is Stampede Hockey.
Must be 21.
Back here at the Premier Center, power play, Sioux Falls. Too many men on the ice, as Johnny mentioned, for Muskegon. Lecter will serve the penalty for them. And the Herd on a Prairie Farms power play as number 3 tonight. They've already given up a shorthanded goal, but they've had some good opportunities. Obviously have not cashed in, though. And with 4:04 to go in the first, Johnny, golden opportunity here. You got to see something if you're the Herd. You want to try and get one in, or at least get some momentum and pressure going.
You can't ask for much more help right now. 3 power plays in the first period, and they've gotten some good looks too. They just got to find a way to create a second or third opportunity. The breakout's been a little sloppy as well.
Zoko here pulling back. He'll get it to Macrina, and the Herd looking to gain entry into the zone. Prunty drops back to Zoko. Zoko wide to the right side, gets it in over the line. Now they flip it off the boards. Macrina gets it to Montero, shoots it, a save made by Axelson. And a little, again, extra stuff in front of the net here as they protect their goaltender, and the Herd trying to get any loose puck that comes out there.
Sioux Falls might have to start chipping the puck in on the power play breakout because the Lumberjacks seem to have that one forechecker and 3 guys along the blue line. Then once they make the drop, that first guy who's applying pressure drops back, and they have 4 across the blue line, which makes it so hard for the Stampede to enter with any speed or possession. You're going to have to chip it and win a race.
So face-off draw here. Deep in the Muskegon zone. The Herd will send out the first unit here on the power play. Rankowski coming out with Soller, Schultz, Ullman, and Prunty.
These fans are eager to have something to celebrate, huh?
Absolutely. They're loud here, and they want to cheer for a Stampede goal. Rankowski here to take the draw. Won by Muskegon off the wall, and they send it all the way in. Here's Feldbergs. Plays it up the left side. Rankowski. Little give and go. He'll bring it into the zone. Rankowski sets up. Still a minute left on the power play, but the Herd can't set it up, and it's cleared out again. Prunty will go back to retrieve, and precious time being ticked off, and now it's turned over. Another shot wide of the net. Thankfully, Noringer stealing that one, and the Herd nearly give up another one. Short-handed here. Aggressive play by the Lumberjacks, excuse me, and a shot here high and wide there by Bruce Collins, and it's been all Jacks here. Herd 30 seconds to try and get it going. Schultz into the offensive end, trying to go into the right wing corner. He gets tied up, and now we're going to be evened up as Schultz is going to go to the box, and it'll be Muskegon coming on their first power play in 24 seconds. 2:40 to go here in the first, and you could kind of feel that may be coming as the frustration starting to loom a little for the Herd, who weren't able to get anything going on that power play.
Looked like Brock Schultz was almost holding on to Sanderson to brace a fall, and he takes Sanderson down first. Easy call for the official who's standing right there to make. Now Muskegon, after 24 seconds of 4-on-4, will get their first power play of the night. So while this game has felt tilted in favor of the Stampede, they haven't been able to convert. And not only are they down 1-0, they might find themselves down 2 here before the first intermission.
Yeah, Herd will have to be careful here. Power play coming up for Muskegon. 24% during the regular season were the Jacks. Postseason here, they 9 power play goals, just their 30th power play chance coming up. Still 4-on-4 though for 24 seconds.
Little no-dack on no-dack crime too with Schultz on Sanderson there. Both players going to North Dakota.
Jacobson will bring it up. Gets it here to Weil. Weil across the red line and just dumps in. Goes off a linesman skate there, and it'll go back into the hands of the Jacks as they'll play it. And ahead, Yanni Urim will play it in. That one batted away, and it's Jacobson with the puck. And here we go, power play for Muskegon. 2:14 to go in the period. Now, minute 32 of power play time for the Jacks as they'll take it behind their own net. Sioux Falls with McGraw, Ullman, and Manasseh and Bongo out there here on the penalty kill. Here come the first look of the Jacks power play as they flip it in. Right wing side. Larioza plays it on the edge of the right circle, backhands it. Bongo there for Sioux Falls. Picks it up, he'll bank it off the wall, and he sends it all the way down.
Really strong play by Bongo. Jack Chris has got to get his body in front of that like a shortstop in baseball to keep that in. You can't just rely on whacking it with the stick.
They'll play it ahead here. Chris ahead, and they'll send it over. Now that pass batted down, and Manasseh gets it out of the zone. 43 left on the power play. Sent back in again. Vukas sends it in. Stampede send it right back out as Bongo picks that one up.
Really strong PK by Anthony Bongo. 2 really smooth clears, getting it out, getting it deep, making Muskegon go back and set up a breakout.
Vukas ahead here, 22 on the power play for Muskegon final minute of the period. Here's pass intercept. Oh, Montero, he had it. And it rolled under his stick, and now the other way come the Jacks. Stewart into the offensive end, stopped by Zoko there, and he clears it all the way down. Final seconds ticking off the power play here. Stewart, one more rush into the ice, into the zone for the Jacks. Stewart plays it along the left side. Schultz onto the box. We're back to full strength here. 35 seconds to go in the period. Out to the right point. Shot through traffic. Stewart picks it back up, banks it behind the net. Novotny, quick shot. The save made. It'll go back here to Stewart behind the goal. Back to Novotny. Comes into the high slot through traffic, blocked. The Lumberjacks with another try and a save by Feldbergs. Couple of big saves there. Noringer back into Stewart, and that one blocked into the corner. 10 seconds to go in the period. The Herd get enough just to clear. Omiko will send it back in, but the time here will expire as the horn is to sound. And the first period comes to a close here at the Premier Center. 1-0. Muskegon leading the Stampede at the end of 20 minutes of hockey. Shots 10-6 in favor of the Herd, but definitely some good opportunities, Johnny, for the Stampede, but especially second half of that period, the ice starting to tilt a little more to Muskegon's favor.
The Stampede let some opportunities slip away. There were 3 power plays. They actually take a penalty on the third one. Sometimes your power play can give you momentum. Other times it can hurt you. I did think that the Stampede were in control for the most part at 5-on-5, but one critical mistake on their power play is the reason they're down 1-0. So if you're going into that room right now, you got to feel good about your game defensively. Lots of guys selling out and blocking shots, playing physical, but the power play just got to tighten it up a little bit on the breakout.
Well, when we talk about the game ones here in Sioux Falls, where they have played so well, this is a little bit of a different script for them. The Stampede, both against Lincoln and Fargo, got off to early leads and kind of in control here, had some chances, but now they'll have to try and come from behind.
The good news is that this Stampede team thrives under adversity, and that's probably what Coach Crothers is going to go in the locker room and tell them right now. So this is not something they aren't used to. You got 40 minutes left to go. You should feel pretty good about your chances here in a building that is full of energy. So plenty of hockey left.
Yeah, I was going to say too, and you've experienced it as a player too, and certainly it's not new. They just had it on Tuesday night, but I do think sometimes early in the game we've seen the Stampede. It takes them a little time to get going too. Just that you do have the added pressure. I think sometimes it's easier to be the road team in a big building with a big crowd, just because you can silence them, and the other team, the home team, you have a little bit of pressure. You end up gripping that stick a little bit harder. You maybe hold on to the puck or take a shot you normally wouldn't, because you want to make the goal. You want to get something going early on.
You could sense there was a little nerves with the Stampede too. They were bobbling pucks. The passes weren't necessarily clean tape to tape, and that's just part of playing in a big moment like this in the Clark Cup final. So now that the nerves and jitters are a little bit away after 20 minutes in the first period, I expect them to be much smoother and crisper in the second.
Yeah, it should be fun to see what happens here in period number 2. Only a 1-0 score and still 40 minutes of hockey yet to be played here at the Premier Center. All right, we've got our Innovative Office Solutions first intermission report coming up. And here's what's on tap in just a moment. We're going to go back inside the Dive Restaurant Game Night Studios. That's where Rich Keller is standing by. Rich will get you a weather forecast update. Mentioned earlier in the broadcast that you're doing good in hockey when it's 85 out and you're still playing. That's what you always want to do. That's what it was today. A warm day here in Sioux Falls. Will that continue? Rich will have the details. Remember, we got a tailgate party tomorrow, 3:30 to 5 at the Birdcage, so he'll get you the details on the weather for that tomorrow as well. And then after a brief timeout, Rich Keller's back with your first Premier Bank card out-of-town scoreboard updates from around the NHL Stanley Cup playoffs, as well as what's going on in the NBA playoffs and Major League Baseball, as we're already into the middle of May. He'll get you posted on that, and then we'll come back here and we will get you the latest in the first period, a quick recap, and we'll drop the puck for period number 2 tonight between the Stampede and the Lumberjacks. End of one here. It's a Lumberjacks 1, the Stampede nothing. Let's go back inside the Dive Restaurant Game Night Studios with a check of the weather with the one and only Mr. Rich Keller. Rich?
Hey, thanks a lot, Jim. I am the one and only Rich Keller, at least in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. I don't know of any other there. I'm sure there are other poor slobs that share my name, but none are as erudite and sophisticated and just flat out silly as I am. Now, with all of that caveat, you're supposed to believe me when I talk about the weather. Tonight, and this is from the National Weather Service, okay, so this isn't my conjuring. Tonight will be partly cloudy with a low around 52 degrees. Northwest winds 10 to 15, becoming north-northeast at 5 to 10. Winds could gust as high as 20 miles an hour. So if you're launching dirigibles against London, maybe not the night to do it. Now, Jim talked about the tailgate tomorrow, which is Saturday. Mostly sunny, high near 84. So that's going to be some great tailgating weather. Just make sure when you're out there, wash your hands when you're done and throw your garbage away. I think your mom will appreciate it. North winds 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming east in the afternoon. Now, around about game time tomorrow night, which has a 6:05 puck drop, showers and thunderstorms, mainly after 4 a.m. So it'll start clouding up, mainly after 4. But again, in this part of the country, weather changes pretty quickly. Increasing clouds with a low around 55, breezy, with an east wind 15 to 20 miles an hour, gusting as high as 30. 70% chance of precipitation, maybe a quarter or half an inch of rainfall is possible, but then again, anything is possible. Sunday, showers and thunderstorms. That's going to be mainly after 4. They could be severe. The high is going to get near 83, so you've got all that moisture. You've got high temperatures. What does that spell? H-U-M-I-D, humid. At least for those of you that are following along. Wind gusts could get up to 25 miles an hour. Chance of precipitation is 90%, which means chance of non-precipitation is 10%. Sunday night, continued showers and thunderstorms. Some could be severe. The low's going to drop to 51 with about an 80% chance of precipitation going the rest of Sunday night into Monday. And guess what? On Monday, showers likely. You didn't see that coming. Then possibly a thunderstorm after 1 in the afternoon. It's going to get a little cooler. High's going to only be about 69. But the chance of precipitation will stay at about 80%. Going to drop to 42 Monday night. But there's still, again, 60% chance of precipitation. So the chance of precipitation is dropping, which means the chance of non-precipitation is rising. Tuesday is going to get maybe near 57, dropping down there, breezy. Tuesday night, dropping 20 degrees to 37 degrees. A little warmer on Wednesday, high near 64, mostly sunny. Partly cloudy Wednesday night, low around 42. Thursday, partly sunny, high near 72, kind of inching back up there. And Friday, partly sunny with a high near 76 degrees. And looks like it hopefully will be another nice weekend coming up. We just got to get through a little bit of rain for a couple of days, get that barbecue in the tailgate, and then bring your raincoat with you. We're going to take a break here, then we'll be back. You are listening to Stampede Hockey on 1320 KELO AM and 107.9 FM.
And durability. Ranger boats are ready to hit the water when you are. Find us at 4501 East Arrowhead Parkway in Sioux Falls. You can also check us out online anytime at VernIdyMarine.com. Same great service, and now a wider selection of Ranger boats to choose from. Set your course now for Sioux Sports at VernIdy Marine, your place for all things Ranger.
Are you looking to amplify productivity wherever you're working? From cleaning and facility supplies to furniture and design and everything in between, Innovative Office Solutions is here to make sure you have all the essentials you need to stay productive. Order online and get items delivered right to your door when you need it. Go to innovativeos.com to get started today. Innovative Office Solutions is the hometown provider of office essentials and branded apparel for the Sioux Falls Stampede. Are you all in?
Prairie Farms is honoring the heroes who serve our communities. We're proud to commit $250,000 to the Folds of Honor Foundation by providing scholarships for the families of fallen or disabled service members and first responders. Look for special Folds of Honor labels on Prairie Farms white milk gallons and half gallons at your local grocery store. Then visit prairiefarms.com to learn more. Help us support those who sacrifice so much by choosing locally made, naturally delicious Prairie Farms milk.
Build life-saving fire trucks at Rosenbauer. Rosenbauer America has been building life-saving fire apparatus for over 40 years in the Sioux Falls area. On-the-job training is available for most positions, and we need dedicated, responsible individuals to help us on our mission of saving lives and protecting property. Every moment counts at Rosenbauer, and every member of our team is treated just as importantly. Be part of something that matters. Go to buildfiretrucks.com to apply today.
Albums being double albums, and it's still energetic and fresh as it was back in 1970 as it is today. Talking about energetic and fresh, we're going to take a look right now at the NBA playoffs. Now, not much going on tonight. There are two games. One is in the third period, and one has yet to start. Tonight, right now, with about 5.5 minutes to go in the third quarter, the Detroit Pistons are up by a touchdown. Yeah, I know I'm a football guy. 68 over the Cleveland Cavaliers, 61. Now, Cleveland leads the series 3-2, and the Pistons are looking to tie it up to send it to that decisive Game 7. I've noticed this pattern. A lot of these playoffs are going down to the 5th and 7th game, so pretty exciting. You're definitely getting your money's worth. Later tonight, of local interest, the Minnesota Timberwolves are going to host the San Antonio Spurs. Now, San Antonio leads the series 3-2, so our friends in Minneapolis, hopefully they're going to be able to pull this one out, get a victory, and send that to a decisive Game 7. Over in the Major League, we're going to skip the NHL because you know why? There is no game tonight in the NHL playoffs. That's tomorrow night. So right now, we'll take a look at some games that have local interest. The Twins and the Brewers up in Minneapolis, they are tied up 1-1. The Brewers out hitting the Twins 6-3, but the Brewers, those naughty boys, caused an error. The Braves in Atlanta are beating the Red Sox. This one closer to my heart because if you've been listening, you know I am from the East, actually Seville, New Jersey to be precise. So I literally could get on the Driscoll or Edison Bridge, and I'm looking at Staten Island. So the Yankees are over down in Flushing Meadows. They take it on the Mets at Citi Field. You know what I'm saying? It's 4-0, the Mets, you got nothing. Mets are pretty much a train wreck this year. They're only 18-25. The Yankees are 27-17. They're up 4-0, 8-1. So the Bombers are definitely, putting down a nice bomb pattern over Flushing Meadows. The Cubs, in their crosstown rivals with the White Sox, the Cubs 4. The Pope's favorite team, the Chicago White Sox, 1. So maybe they'll, give them a blessing and forgive them. Also, Kansas City and St. Louis, top of the 4th, they are tied 0-0. And I know we have a lot of snowbirds that live in this area. So if you're interested, it's only the top of the 1st, and already the Diamondbacks are up 3-0 over the Colorado Rockies. We're going to take a little bit of a break. We'll come back and we'll take a look at actually some of the week 1 matchups in the NFL, which pertain to people, teams that you would really enjoy in this area. You're listening to 1320 KELO AM and 1079 FM.
Caring, courageous, and consistent. A captain, by definition, takes care of their team on and off the ice. The Stampede Captains Club embodies the best in all captains by gifting tickets to deserving patrons like those who cannot afford tickets, youth groups, those with special needs, and others. Sioux Sports' top-of-the-line boat dealership and servicing supports the Captains Club and invites other businesses to follow their lead and contribute. If you would like to become one of the kind Captains Club partners, contact the Stampede office.
There's a million reasons why I love Buff City Soap. We hand make our soaps every day with plant-based goodies that delight your skin and your nose. No harsh chemicals or animal fats. At Buff City Soap, everything looks incredible and smells wonderful with fun scents like Narcissist. And good morning, sunshine. Buff City Soap, plant-based, handmade daily, so you can smell wonderful. Stop by one of our soap makeries today.
How could you not get more dramatic than music from the musical chess, my favorite, as you've been knowing all along? So let's see what's going to happen in week 1 of the NFL. I mean, obviously, we're going to have some exciting games here, but of local interest on Sunday, the 13th of September. You Bears fans? Well, the Bears are going to be in Carolina taking on the Panthers. Also, the Lions, okay, I see a lot of Lions fans in this area. They're taking on the Saints. It's a noon kickoff as well as the Bears. Now this gets a little bit interesting. I've got a friend. His name's Matt Stotts. He's a Browns fan. The Browns are going to open up at the Jaguars. So he's going to like that one a lot. Now, for the big one that I know everybody's interested in, at 3:25 on Sunday, September 13th, at US Bank Stadium, it is the Minnesota Vikings hosting their arch rival, Green Bay Packers. That's a 3:25 kickoff, and you know that one is going to be a really big one. And also, in case you're wondering, my Commanders are going to be in Philadelphia, right off the Walt Whitman Bridge coming in from Jersey. They're going to be visiting the Philadelphia Eagles also at 3:25. We'll take a short break, and we'll get you back to more Stampede Hockey here on 1320 KELO AM and 1079 FM.
Is your home for Clark Cup playoff hockey. Now, let's head back to the rink with Jimmy O.
Welcome back here. Get ready for period number 2. Jim Olander alongside Johnny Lazarus. Johnny, what's your thoughts? What do you want to see here in the second period?
Want to see a little bit cleaner puck management from the Sioux Falls Stampede. I thought a lot of their passes weren't as crisp as they could have been. Obviously, the best players were getting some touches in the power play. They get to feel themselves into the game, but throughout the lineup at 5-on-5, it didn't really feel all that clean. So if the Stampede can just tighten things up a little bit and try to throw some more pucks on net and test Axelson, they'll be much more successful here in the middle frame.
Here we go. Puck is dropped in 1. by the Lumberjacks are underway in our Graham Tires second period as puck will go all the way down. Icing here against the Lumberjacks. Graham Tire store next door. Visit them online at grahamtire.com. 3 convenient locations in town. Whether you're looking for that new set of tires, an oil change, or maybe it's making that weird sound that you can no longer ignore, you can get it to Graham Tire. They'll take care of you. Graham Tire and grahamtire.com. All right, Schultz out there with Macrina, Solomon, Bongo, and Grimes. Just 11 seconds in to period number 2 here. Looks like they're attending to the net of Axelson there, right where the peg goes into the net. The net peg may be coming out, and I think there's a little ice issue. They're attending to that right now on the linesman there on the ice.
Watch for Grimes and Sanderson on this shift. Number 8 in blue, Matthew Grimes for the Stampede, and the captain for the Lumberjacks, Carter Sanderson. In the first period, those two were battling quite a bit in front of the net. A couple of cross checks thrown, a little bit of yapping. Keep an eye on those two for the rest of this game.
Face-off draw coming up here. Right of Axelson's stick side. Schultz wins it. Draws it back to Grimes. Grimes through traffic and a save made there. Macrina got taken down, couldn't get to it. And the puck is sent out of there by the Lumberjacks, and ahead they come. Shot there, pass there, I should say. Knocked away, goes off behind the wall, and now it's picked back up here. Macrina off the middle of the ice. Left side to Schultz. Schultz moves in, backhand, and the save made by Axelson. 19:26 to go here in the second period.
Not a bad idea on the backhand to throw it on net. Looking for a rebound. Pretty routine save, though, for Carl Axelson, who hasn't been tested all that much so far tonight. You think facing 3 power plays, he'd be scrambling a little bit, but he looks pretty comfortable in the blue paint so far tonight for the Lumberjacks.
Face-off coming up here. Deep in the Lumberjack zone. Let's see here. Sioux Falls will send out Schultz, Macrina, and Solomon again. Jacobson, Manassa out there. Face off here. Schultz ready to take the draw against Christ, and it's won by the Stampede, but it goes all the way out of the zone, all the way back into the Stampede end. Jacobson sends it off behind the net. Manassa off the wall. Chance of let's go Herd start up, and the Herd ahead with it. Solomon has it poke checked away, and the Jacks will play it up the right wing wall. Backhanded here, Manassa. Plays across ice. Bad pass. Novotny there knocks it down, and Sioux Falls will chip it back out and send it all the way back into the zone.
Can't be throwing soft passes through the middle of the ice like that.
Here's Stampede, shovel it ahead. Jacobson trying to knock it down. It'll be picked up by Betzold. Trying to feed it to Ullman. That one's intercepted again, but Bongo back with it. Betzold trying to drop it back. Rinkowski flips to the far wall. Ullman sends it all the way in. Betzold plays it along the near side. That one he's pushed off of. It's played by the Jacks, and they'll work it here. Blanchard gets it ahead. Trying to get it ahead. Ullman gets it back. Ullman cutting towards the net. Takes it behind the goal. Looks for some help. Comes to the near circle. Now turns. Waits. Shoots. It's blocked. And it's going to be cleared out of the zone there. But great play by Ullman to keep that play alive.
Really strong pressure on the forecheck from Tobias Ullman. He had a split second of Logan Rinkowski in open ice who wanted that one-timer. And when he gets open and he can rip it, it always has a chance of going in.
Puck played here by the Jacks, and it's flipped ahead all the way down. There's Collins, flips it in. Stampede with it. Soko leaves it to Bongo, and behind the net for Grimes. Flipped ahead, Montero. Racing ahead with the puck, Montero trying to feed it there to McGraw. Into the right wing corner. McGraw gets shoved hard into the wall there. They play on, and the puck is played here by the Lumberjacks. Bergeron sends it in. McGraw going off in pain to the bench. Montero trying to play it ahead here. Gets it to Prunty. Prunty and sends it in, and stopped there by Axelson. And physical play of Muskegon here being put on display. As the puck goes off behind the net for Thorpe. Flips it to the far wall and sent all the way down. Jacobson getting beat to the puck here. Now Cullen tries to center. Falls down, and it's picked up by the Stampede out to center. Solid. Gains entry. Flips it ahead. Jake Stewart trying to get there for Sioux Falls, but it's going to be shoveled out, and Bergeron gets it across to center, and into the offensive end they come. Laid back along the wall. Sioux Falls intercepts. Holtby trying to get to it. Pass batted down. Soller loses it again. And now here's Benson into the high slot. Shot, save, rebound. Oh, the Herd got lucky there. Big save by Feldbergs, but fanned on the rebound. And Maroon in the Stampede escape what would have been an easy tap-in goal on the rebound there.
Lots of careless passes, though, by the Stampede so far in the second period. Through the middle of the ice, the Lumberjacks doing a good job of reading, anticipating, and picking those passes off. Earlier in the period, too, there was a huge hit by John Samuel Dino on Joseph McGraw, who's been aching in pain in the corner of the Sioux Falls Stampede bench. Hope he's okay. That was an ugly-looking hit going knee first. It looked like almost into the near side boards here in the right corner.
I just kind of fell into the boards awkwardly on that hit. Jordan Witzel, Stampede trainer, talking to him right now. Looks like hopefully he'll be all right. Sioux Falls needs a little jolt here, though. Get these fans into it. Right now, Sanderson on the left wing wall, and it's played back out here and flipped all the way back into the Muskegon zone. Played back here along the left wing wall. It goes back behind the net. Played there by Ameko, and he'll play it. Amico plays it ahead to center, and they get it into the zone. Play to the left side. Riosa will get a shot, and there's a save made by Feldbergs. It's kind of a interesting game so far. I mean, it's, if you're the Stampede, not your best performance. Muskegon definitely out a little too physical for the Stampede early on, but having said that, the Stampede have not given up a lot.
No, there hasn't been many grade A chances. A rebound earlier where Thomas Maroon had a chance, but it bounced over his stick off a great save by Feldbergs on Benson from the slot. But that was really the best chance Muskegon's had at 5-on-5.
Puck played here to center, and here comes Brent Sullivan. He's got room, and he's got somebody with him. He's got Macrina, tried to feed it. Intercepted there, though, and back out to center. It's floated. Bongo has it knocked away. Novotny into the offensive zone. Novotny's shot. That one goes wide of the net. Laid back here and fanned on. There comes the Herd. It's Betzold chasing into it up the right wing wall. Chips it along the right side, looking for some help. Takes it up behind the net. Now trying to play it along the left wing wall. Here's Betzold. Works it around the edge of the left circle. Betzold into the corner, trying to turn it center. Gets it out. It's off the mark, and it comes out of the zone. Off the stick of Manassa there and all the way back into the Herd end. Jacobson off behind his own goal. Takes it back behind the net. Up the right wing wall to Renkowski. Renkowski drops it. Here's Omen. Wide to the right side. Cutting to the net. Backhand shot tipped behind the goal and scooped up by Blanchard and company. And here comes Blanchard for Muskegon. Drop pass intercepted by Renkowski. Tipped at the line and they'll get it out. Muskegon back with possession, played by Lechner up to Thorpe, and he flips it in. Sioux Falls, Manassa into the corner here, tying it up. Sioux Falls trying to not get free there with Prunty. Now getting it back. It's going to be Prunty trying to get there. It's McGraw back onto the ice, which is good to see, and gets a piece of it to Prunty and back ahead. McGraw flipping it ahead through the neutral zone. McGraw gets it over the line. It's it to Omen. Omen between the circles, tipped there by McGraw, just wide of the net. Now Zoko trying to get a turn shot. Comes back here, and it's flipped out.
Tobias Omen's been everywhere so far in the second period for the Stampede. Aggressive on the forecheck, very poised when he has the puck, and he's making some good looks so far here in the middle frame.
14:33 to go. It's a 1-0 score in favor of Muskegon. Timeout on the ice. We'll take one as well. We're back with you in 60 seconds. This is Stampede Hockey. 14:33 to go here, or in the second period. Jim Olander alongside Johnny Lazarus. It's a 1-0 Muskegon lead. Hurd, though, out shooting the Jacks 13-8, and off the draw, Zoko tying it up with a puck played along the far wall for the Lumberjacks. Mecca plays it behind the net. Now it's played to Sanderson. He backhands ahead, and here they come. Stewart into the offensive end to Benson, and there is a whistle here and offside. 14:17 to go. Face-off will come outside the zone.
Good call by the linesman. For Sioux Falls offensively, I want to see them start chipping the puck a little bit and more. They're aggressive on the forecheck, and when they are, they're able to win that puck back and set up some offensive zone pressure. But when they try to carry it over the blue line with possession, they find themselves getting in trouble through the middle of the ice. The Lumberjacks are doing a great job at stepping up on the blue line and collapsing in the middle, which is making it tough for the Stampede to make some plays.
Hurd win the draw. Here's Grimes. Left wing side will bring it through the neutral zone and flip it ahead all the way down. Draw will give chase. It's played back behind the net, and Umeko will play it. Umeko will play it into the corner and get it right back. It's off the back of the net. Now Stewart plays it off the boards to Sanderson, and the Jacks will get it ahead and they clear it. Here comes Sioux Falls Bongo. Out to center, Bongo weaving through. Bongo's going to take it behind the net, trying a little shot there, and hits a side of Axelson. Right on the left pad and right on the goalpost there. Nearly snuck it under him. But the save is made, and the whistle blows.
Good wheels by Anthony Bongo to use his feet from his own goal line to get to the offensive goal line, but nobody really crashing the net for the Stampede, trying to jam it. There hasn't been many rebound opportunities so far for Sioux Falls. You want to see more bodies and more traffic in front of Axelson, because again, he looks so calm in that blue paint for the Lumberjacks.
13:36 to go, and Axelson and Feldbergs have had great postseason runs here. The reason their two teams are in the Clark Cup final, you don't get there without good goaltending, and both teams have had that in this postseason. Regroup here on the faceoff. Holtby's going to come in to take the draw here against Thomas Maroon. Holtby's set. Won by the Jacks though, and Cullen gets it out of the zone. Ahead to Bergeron, and he flips it all the way in. Back behind the net, Prunty overskates it, gets it back now, no. He'll play it off the wall, trying to go up the right side. Maroon has that puck batted away. Stewart of the Stampede can't clear. Bergeron has it, Jake Stewart gets it, and now it's flipped by Soller. And the Stampede able to get it out of the zone here. Back in control though are the Lumberjacks through the neutral zone. A hit there by Holtby. And the puck sent in behind the net, Feldbergs. He'll leave it for Prunty. Prunty with the puck up the right wing side. Played here by the Jacks. Novotny drops it to Bergeron. It's banked off the wall. Sioux Falls Soller will get it ahead and gets it here out of the zone. Back for the Lumberjacks. It's sent in. Played back here. Schultz brings it into the offensive end. Schultz wide to the right side. Had that one batted down. The puck sent ahead. Look out onto the tape, but a shot save made. Rebound is loose there. Noringer trying to get it off, but a knockdown play by the goaltender Feldbergs as the puck comes back, and Bongo able to knock it free, and the Herd clear the zone.
That's a big time save by Feldbergs, but also the Stampede did a flyby on the rebound. He almost had a second opportunity, Noringer, to put one in.
Here's Grimes trying to knock it free. Noringer sending her again. He'll get it out to the right point. Dynell will play it off the wall. Sioux Falls Solomon getting there, and the Herd get it out. Ahead to Solomon, the Herd. Numbers if they could hurry. Solomon's got McCreena. Feeds McCreena, comes into the backhand, and a save made there by Axelson. A great play, but the puck was bouncing, and McCreena, as quickly as they were moving, just didn't really have time to make much more of a move, and still got it on net though, and Axelson there to make the save.
A heads-up play in the D zone by Brock Schultz to chip that puck to Brent Solomon, who had plenty of speed. The Lumberjack defenseman closed in on Solomon, and he makes a really good move to spin around and open up that passing lane to McCreena, but McCreena catches the pass on his toe and bobbles it a bit, wasn't able to caress it and get it to his forehand, and that's an easy save for Axelson to make.
Face out to the left glove side of Axelson. Schultz in to take the face-off draw here. 1, by the Stampede. Jacobson gets it to Solomon, left side. Here's a shot by Manassa that's blocked. It'll come back for the Lumberjacks, who are trying to clear. And now kicked ahead here. Yanni Aroam will play it ahead. Over the line. Here's a centering attempt. Laid off the stick there of Bruce Collins, and that one sent back out to the left point. Knocked down. Sioux Falls trying to clear it ahead again in the neutral zone as it'll come free ahead. Amico will play it, and they send it all the way in. Feldbergs comes out to play his own puck here, but a pass intercepted. Look out. Played by Stewart of the Jacks, and Stewart has it. Here's Drew Stewart behind the net. Sioux Falls knock it free. And Manassa will get it ahead here for the Stampede as it's Schultz dropping it back in. The puck batted around, and the Lumberjacks not giving the Stampede a lot to get into the zone. Here's Sanderson wide of the net, shot, save made. He holds on as Feldbergs. And the whistle blows with 10:59 to go here in the second period. And fans here waiting for something to happen. They're on their feet here already. They want Stampede to get going here and get a goal.
Feldbergs is keeping it tight. The Lumberjacks have had the better quality chances so far here in the second period. A breakaway, an odd man rush right there, a strong power move by Carter Sanderson. Feldbergs is doing everything in his power to keep this game tight.
Face off to the right stick side of the goaltender, Feldbergs. One here, Benson out to the right point. Lucas plays it to the right side of Benson again. His shot deflects up out of play. 10:51 to go, second period. Shots 15-10 in favor of Sioux Falls. The only goal coming shorthanded in the first period from Drew Stewart at 5:14. Stampede had 10 shots in the first, and Muskegon 6. 5-4 the shots so far this period. And the Stampede 0 for 3 on the power play. Muskegon 0 for 1 tonight. Stewart off the draw, shot and a save made by Feldbergs again. Bongo trying to play it along the wall, sent in behind the net. Grimes trying to get there. He'll chip it ahead to Omen, and they play it out of the zone. Betzel with speed, he'll bring it in. He overskates it though, couldn't handle as the puck was bouncing, and Benson the other way. Has it for Muskegon into the offensive end, drops to Stewart. Stewart, round one, he fakes, he gets a shot and a save made. Nice little pump fake there. Got the shot, but Feldbergs read it the whole way and able to make the save.
That was a really good shift by Drew Stewart. The first line center of the Muskegon Lumberjacks wins the offensive zone draw, gets a scoring chance, then on the breakout gets another one. He makes a little hesitation move, cuts to the middle, doesn't get enough behind that shot. Feldbergs read it the entire way. But again, the Stampede right now are just struggling to get over the offensive blue line with possession. They got to find a way to get it behind the Lumberjacks defensemen. Right now, Muskegon, their demons are just too big, too strong to skate around or through.
Face off here, won by Sioux Falls. Manassa plays it off the wall ahead and sent it all the way in. Icing going to be the call with 10:14 to go, and we're approaching that midway point of the hockey game, but still just a one-goal game.
The scary part for the Herd, too, is Muskegon starting to find their game a bit. In the first period, the Lumberjacks didn't really have a whole lot going, but now their passes are starting to get crisp. They're playing connected in all three zones, and they're starting to bring their game to the Stampede.
Face off here, won by Christ. He'll play it in between the circles. Zoko there, they'll get some McGraw, and Sioux Falls will shovel it out of the zone. Sent all the way down, not going to go far enough for icing here, and Muskegon will have to play it. Montero applies some pressure. Cross-ice pass ahead off the tape there of Noringer, and the Stampede knock it down, try to go the other way. Montero with Zoko. Montero now backhands to McGraw between the circles. His shot travels bouncing there high and over the net. Now back to the left point. It's of Let's Go Stampede start up. McGraw cutting in front, shot right to the crease and wide. Now out to Prunty. He'll feed it to Montero. Montero drops it here, shot through traffic, and a blocker save now made. Rebound, and that one batted down. It'll come to Prunty. Right circle. Prunty takes it behind the net of Axelson, tries to wrap, waits, holds to Montero. Montero shoots, and that's blocked. Here's Prunty on the edge of the left circle. His pass intercepted, and it comes back out of the zone and flipped all the way out of there. Just over 9 minutes to go here in the second period. Zoko back into the offensive zone. Wrist shot. He'll flex away into the corner. Gets it back out here. Played by Weil. Off to Zoko to Weil again. Flip behind the net. Holtby's trying to get there, not going to get there in time. Novotny picks it up, chips it off the wall for Muskegon, and the Lumberjacks get it out of the zone. Here's Thomas Maroon, left wing wall, sends it behind the Stampede net. Nice poke check by Prunty, but it's still in possession of the Lumberjacks. Played by Bergeron, gets it back in front. Bouncing puck between the circles, Cullen backhand, rolling, save made by Feldberg. So the puck played ahead here, and the Herd are going to get a penalty. I think they're both going to go with 8:32 to go in the second. And we'll tell you about it when we come back. We're back in 60 seconds. 1-0 Muskegon here in the second. This is Stampede Hockey.
With the Air National Guard.
8:32 to go here in the second. Got a penalties on both. The Lumberjacks and Stampede there.
During that TV timeout, Thomas Holtby was yapping at Carl Axelson, and just a second ago he was off the bench looking at Axelson's crease, just trying to rattle him in any way, because Axelson, again, the whole night so far has been super composed, and the blue paint hasn't had to fight much. There hasn't been a ton of traffic or many rebounds.
So the Herd 4-on-4 here for 2 minutes as the puck goes back behind the net. As the Herd Bergeron and Wild going to the box for penalties, so it's 4-on-4, and here comes Muskegon. Out to the right circle, right side, Noringer fires, and a save made by Feldberg.
Good job by Bongo, fronting that shot from Noringer, who's got a dangerous shot. Bongo's had a really strong game tonight, I will say. He's been really strong defensively, has been moving his feet, has created some chances offensively. Bongo's really setting the tone back there for the Stampede tonight.
He's definitely an anchor in the blue line, and one thing you love about Anthony Bongo's game is he's not afraid to block shots. That guy will get in front of the puck no matter what, and it's pretty hard to take him down. Face-off draw one here by the Lumberjacks. They'll set it up. Vukas shot goes wide of the net. Stampede picking it up, and here's Grimes. Rolled away from him, though, and then touched, hit the Muskegon bench, and then touched offside. 7:51 to go, and we'll get another face-off here outside the zone as they get the fans going again here. Good crowd. They've been energetic, but just waiting for that moment here to get really excited.
4-on-4 hockey for another minute 20. A lot more time and space opens up when you're playing 4-on-4. Some of the skill guys out there like Zoko and Macrina offensively for the Herd. Hopefully those two guys can use their speed and get some chances going here.
Jacks will send it in. Sioux Falls, Zoko. Back to pick it up in front of his own net. Zoko with speed. He'll weave through one defender. Brings it into the offensive end. Goes wide to the right side. Sends it in. Zoko trying to play the puck. Has it. Tries to go behind the net. Now flip to the far wall. It's played by Macrina. That one batted down and the puck is played. Manassa gets it to Zoko. Left side, Macrina moves in, shoots. He scores! Joey Macrina! A big goal, and the Stampede have tied the game at 1 with 7:21 to go in the second period.
This place is going nuts. They've been waiting for a goal all night here at the Denny, and Manassa makes a great play on the blue line to keep that puck alive in the offensive zone. Zoko recognizes that Macrina is a little bit ahead of him, makes that headman pass, and Macrina makes no mistake. beaten Axelson. All we needed was some 4-on-4 hockey for this game to open up a bit. And the Stampede finally get on the board.
Macrina beating Axelson on the stick side. Great puck movement there, and Macrina, who didn't have a goal in the postseason until Game 5, got the game winner, and now has the first goal of the game for the Stampede. And you can hear the roar of the crowd. They've been waiting, and now let's see if they can give them a little bit of a jump start here for the Herd. As a puck played off the wall, and it's McGraw with it for the Herd. Gets it ahead to Rankowski. Into the offensive end, sends it all the way down. Plays it here in the corner. Laid out by the Lumberjacks, and Christ will get it out of there. Worked ahead and knocked down by Grimes. Grimes off the right side to Bongo. Bongo into the offensive end. Shoots one into the corner there. Has it tangled up. It'll come out of the zone. 6:35 remaining here in the period, and now it's a whole new hockey game at 1-1. Off behind the net. We're back to 5-on-5. Soller delivers a hit behind the goal, but it's the Jacks that'll get it out. First Collins plays it up the wall. Stopped there by Betzold, and here they come again. Ullman's got room. Ullman moves right in. He shoots, and a pad save by Axelson. Played back out to Jacobson. Swung to the left point to Manassa towards the net. Blocker save again. Ullman playing it here. Gets it taken away, and Tobias Ullman making some plays here tonight and create another scoring chance there.
Really good shift following a goal to keep the momentum going here for the home team.
Here's the Jacks trying to go back door. It'll come off the mark, though, and out of the zone. Sioux Falls, and that's been a big key. Talked about all season, is that next shift is so important, whether your goal scored or against. And the Stampede have had some really good, and they've also had some where they've given it right back, but they've come out here now and look solid. Here comes Thorpe, though, for the Jacks. A shot off the glove of Feldbergs and into the far corner. Played by Ullman. He tries to get it back to Schultz. Sioux Falls battling along the wall here, trying to not get free, and they do, and Sioux Falls gets it out of the zone. Betzel brings it across the line into the offensive end. Flips it in here behind the net to Schultz. That one's knocked down and banked off the wall. Cullen trying to get to it. Prunty will play it back to the far side. Now played here. That one batted away. It'll come free for the Jackson. Flipped in. Swung along to the far end. Sioux Falls trying to not get free. Prunty played along the left wing boards here. Weil trying to go the other way with it. Has it tangled up. Trying to kick it ahead. Macrina with the puck at Sioux Falls. Brings it out of the zone. Macrina up in over the line. Sends it all the way down. Off behind the goal here. Right side. Schultz trying to play it. Has it tied up. Solomon trying to get there as well. Sioux Falls trying to not get free. 4:38 to go. Here's a turnover right in front. Montero had a roll away from him, though. Poke checks it free. Gets it to Grimes. Trying to keep it in the zone. But it's sent away, and now a little chance for Muskegon with the puck batted away by Bongo. Grimes, little trouble. He turns it over. Benson in front, fires, and a big stop by Feldbergs. 4:21 to go to keep it a 1-1 game.
Both teams with dangerous turnovers in front of their own net. First, Drew Stewart for the Lumberjacks trying to dangle right in front of the crease of Axelson. Huge mistake there, which almost cost the Lumberjacks a bit. On the other end, I think Grimes just kind of loses that puck a little bit. He's been fighting it a bit tonight, Matthew Grimes. He's bobbled a couple pucks, but Feldberg's able to recover and make that big stop.
Face off in the Stampede zone will be the left of Feldbergs. Glove side. Coach Crothers talking to Matthew Grimes on the bench right now about that there as you get to this point of the season, and you're gonna have times where you're trying to maybe do a little too much. You got to be careful in your own zone. Every play, every shift matters so much when you get to this point of the season. Montero trying to give chase after it. Played along the far wall. Manassa towards the net. That is blocked, and it'll come back here for the Lumberjacks off the boards and out to center, and ahead they come. Look out. Noringer's going to rip one. Shot save made. Rebound batted off the wall. Sioux Falls trying to go the other way with it. Montero trying to get to the puck here. It'll come free. Zoko gets it ahead to Montero, and he gets it out of the zone.
The Herd got to do a better job defending Noringer. He's had a couple quality chances here in the second period. He's due for one.
Pass there. It's off the mark. They say no ice, so Feldbergs will play it. Flips it to the far end. That's going to be batted down, though, by Bruce Collins, and that one is knocked away by Sioux Falls. Slapped out there by Betzold, but kept in by Novotny, and the Herd will have to try again. Here's Bongo with it, gets it ahead to the right wing wall and out of there. All the way back into the Muskegon end. Thorpe is there though. Play it ahead, and Thorpe still with the puck, weaving his way through traffic. Thorpe edge of the left circle, takes it centers, poke checked away. Now picked up here, shot is blocked. There is Gronkowski, but the puck deflects up and into the crowd. With 3:02 to go, we'll take a quick timeout. We're back in 30 seconds. This is Stampede Hockey.
You're listening to Stampede Hockey and the Clark Cup playoffs on your home for playoff hockey. Kello News Talk 1320, 107.9.
3:02 to go here in the second. Face-off won, though, by the Jack. Shot save made. Nicely done by Feldbergs. Third collision here is Jacobson trying to knock it free. Tied up, trying to knock it along the wall. It's played out to the point. Shot and a glove save made right off the pad and into the glove of Feldbergs. And a little extracurricular again between the two teams here. Shots about even now, 18-17 with 2:45 to go in the second period.
The Herd are going to have to do a little bit of a better job of protecting the house. There's a lot of white jerseys getting toward Feldbergs. He's making great saves, and he's not really allowing many rebounds. But the more and more white jerseys that start to get around him, the more he's going to start to get a little bit rattled. So you got to get on the D side if you are the Herd and make sure no one's getting to your goalie.
Face off to the right stick side of Feldbergs. Here's Schultz. Wins the draw. Stampede trying to go the other way. Picked up, chipped ahead, up the right wing wall. Look out, that goes into, or out of play and into the penalty box there. The off-ice crew has to use their athletic ability to dodge that one.
Officials are letting them play here in the second, too. We saw 4 power plays in the first, no calls here in the second so far.
Schultz in to take the face-off here against Stewart of the Jacks. Herd digging in, and it's won by the Stampede. Bongo, cross-ice pass, gets it ahead. Laid back along the far wall, and Solomon has it. Solomon left wing wall, cutting backhand shot, save made, rebound knocked away. Flip to center, and the Stampede knock it down. Grimes to the right side to Macrina. Macrina flips it ahead to Schultz, rips one there. It's blocked into the corner. Edge of the right circle, it comes out to Bongo. Bongo left side to Grimes. Grimes flip it in behind the net. Solomon there, wraps it around, but a save made. Rebound batted down. I think that one just rolled off Solomon's stick right as he was about to tuck it in. And it's cleared all the way down. Sanderson beats out the icing call. So he beats out Bongo, and they'll tie it up behind the net here. Under 2 to go in the period. Bongo trying to knock it free here. Sanderson just has it pinned along the wall. Both will take a little breather here and wait for the puck to move as the official says play on. Still loose, still tied up now, and it'll come free for the Jacks. They play to the left side. Picked up here. Belushko will send it towards the net. That one batted away, goes back into the corner. Now picked up by Bergeron. Centers, poke checked away. Bouncing puck here by the Herd, and the Stampede, if they can hurry, might have some numbers. Montero, though, gets slowed down and sends it in. Got hit there, and the puck will be played along the far boards. Bergeron, cross ice. Belushko again sends it in. Nasa off the wall for Sioux Falls, and ahead they have it. 60 seconds to go. Here comes Ullman. Backhand through the crease and just off the mark. Now pick back up here. Stopped there by Zoko. Zoko has it. He's got room. He'll shoot, and it just deflects over the net. Maybe just a hair too long of holding on to it there, but had a good look. Had a nice defensive stop.
Zoko had a chance like that in the first period, too, on a 3-on-2 rush where he held on to it just for an extra second, and it ended up getting blocked. We just saw a similar play happen there where he's in the slot, holds on for 1 extra second, and the big body of Amico is able to get in that shooting lane and block it. A great defensive play, though, to poke the puck free and then walk right in. Zoko's had a heck of a period here so far for the Stampede.
Face-off draw coming here to the right of Axelson. Hurd win it, but it rolls out of the zone. 45 seconds to go.
No.
Stampede, Grimes, up the left wing wall, gets it to Ullman, trying to get it over that line. He's tangled up, got taken down. Puck comes free, and now it's knocked away here by Thorpe, and Muskegon ahead with it. Oranger sends it in front between the circles. Nice bump check there by Grimes, able to bank it, but Thorpe keeps it in. Risker blocked down to 23 seconds, and the Herd the other way. Ahead to Renkowski. Renkowski's going to cut in. Backhand got hold, and a save is made. Renkowski tried to go to the backhand, was running out of room, still somehow got a shot off, and Axelson made the save.
Logan Renkowski starts out in the D zone with a great block. That's his second or third block already of the period. He tries to use his left leg, the inside leg, to protect the puck and try to burn past Bukas. But the 6'4" defenseman committed to Miami, Ohio with that long reach is able to get the best of Renkowski on that chance.
17.7 seconds to go. Schultz in to take the draw here for Sioux Falls, and McCreen and Solomon, Bongo and Manassa, one by the Herd. Solomon tied up though along the wall. Sanderson kicks it along the boards, trying to clear. Down to 10 seconds. Herd keep it in. Bongo left side. Manassa. He'll fire a shot. Deflect, save, rebound. Oh, a save by Axelson. Down to 3 seconds. Bongo turns the net, redirected just wide, and the horn will sound. A great opportunity there right before the horn by the Herd, but Axelson gets his left pad out and is able to knock it away and keep this a 1-1 hockey game. And what, to be honest, kind of started as has turned into a pretty entertaining game, Johnny.
The last 7 or 8 minutes of that period felt very back and forth. Both teams trading chances. It felt like the earlier part of the second period, it was all Muskegon, and the Herd were pretty sloppy, but once McCreena scored that goal at 4-on-4, things started to open up again for Sioux Falls.
Yeah, funny what a goal can do to change things, but and you're right, I thought the last 7-8 minutes, there was a lot of good opportunities both sides and showcasing some great goaltending, and I'm sure both teams going to go into the locker room here wanting to limit turnovers. Both teams have been bailed out by their goaltenders because they've been given some great opportunities, but some good saves on both sides.
You got to make sure you're making smart decisions with the puck in the third. A play to the middle of the ice, a soft backhand pass can easily get picked off and go the other way. We saw it happen a couple times to Sioux Falls, but the biggest thing for me, which Muskegon's doing a better job than the Herd is getting bodies to the net. You saw a great rebound chance there toward the end. That's what the Herd need to do more of. They need to throw pucks there and get 2 or 3 guys crashing for a rebound.
Well, and the size of Muskegon, again, the Stampede only faced Muskegon twice in the regular season. That was back in January, and I think early on, I don't want to say intimidated by any means, but maybe surprised a little bit. This is probably one of the bigger teams I think the Stampede have faced all year, and they did seem to start to adjust a little bit to that. The bodies being thrown around by Muskegon, but the Stampede finding ways to get around that defensive struggles that they were having in the first period.
The Herd are certainly not shying away from any physicality. Even a guy like Joey McCreena, 5'5", throwing the body. Brock Schultz, 5'8". He's been physical. He's been great at the faceoff dot as well all night. Thomas Soko has made a couple really strong defensive plays. And honestly, Logan Rankowski's had a great game defensively. He's blocked a few shots. He's made some smart plays, simple plays, but they need him to start shooting the puck a little bit more here in the third, too.
All right, 1-1 game. If you're Ryan Crothers, what are you telling your team right now?
Make sure we are managing the puck in the middle of the ice. There were so many turnovers for the Herd in that second period, and at some point, it's going to cost them. The big boys for Muskegon and Noringer, Sanderson, Stewart, they've all gotten some really good quality looks, and you can't expect them to not score when they're that open.
All right, 1-1 hockey game here. We've got our Innovative Office Solutions second intermission report coming up. Here's what's on tap for you in just a moment. After a brief timeout, we'll get you a Fox News update, the latest headlines from around the country and the world from our friends from Fox News. Then after a brief timeout and a word from some of our corporate partners, it'll be back inside the Dive Restaurant Game Night Studios with the one and only Rich Keller. He's standing by. He'll get you your First Premier Bank card out-of-town scoreboard. Not a lot in the playoff world going on, but he'll let you know what you need to know about upcoming NHL, NBA playoff, Major League Baseball, latest sports headlines, anything that you could possibly need to know Rich will have you covered coming up here during the intermission. Then we'll come back here and we'll get ready just moments away from dropping the puck here in period number 3 between Sioux Falls and Muskegon. It's been a fun one here so far, and we expect much more of the same coming up here in the third period. 1-1 at the end of 2. You're listening to Sioux Falls Stampede Hockey and the Clark Cup Final on your home for the Clark Cup Final. Keller News Talk 1320 107.9.
Member FDIC.
Step into something delicious. Quick Star's Heartland Ice Cream. It's the newest scoop in our Nature's Touch ice cream family, crafted to delight and surprise. Grab a pint for just $3.99 and let the sweetness sweep you away. Try Waffle Whirl, creamy vanilla ice cream, chocolatey dipped waffle cone pieces, and a rich caramel ribbon swirling through every bite. And that's just one of 12 enchanting flavors waiting to be discovered. Heartland Ice Cream by Nature's Touch. One scoop closer to magic. Exclusively at Quick Star.
At Dental Solutions, Dr. McKinley believes your smile deserves personalized care, not a one-size-fits-all approach. From routine cleanings to full family dentistry, every treatment is tailored to your individual needs. Modern and truly focused on your comfort. This is the dental experience you've been looking for. Bring your whole family and see why patients trust Dr. McKinley for healthy, confident smiles. Dental Solutions, where your smile feels at home. Call today and experience full-service family dentistry done right.
Caring, courageous, and consistent. A captain, by definition, takes care of their team on and off the ice. The Stampede Captains Club embodies the best in all captains by gifting tickets to deserving patrons like those who cannot afford tickets, youth groups, those with special needs, and others. Sioux Sports' top-of-the-line boat dealership and servicing supports the Captains Club and invites other businesses to follow their lead and contribute. If you would like to become one of the kind Captains Club partners, contact the Stampede office.
On the ice, speed and precision make all the difference. In business, it's your technology. High Point Networks delivers powerful IT solutions that keep your team moving at full speed, defending against threats, and scoring major goals. We're proud to power the Sioux Falls Stampede and businesses just like yours. Put a technology power play to work for you, because winning takes the right game plan, on the ice and in the office. Visit highpointnetworks.com.
Have you been to Nothing Bundt Cakes lately? You don't want to miss one of their unique treats. They bake their cakes fresh every single day in 11 delicious flavors, and every one is topped with their signature buttercream cheese frosting. With 4 sizes to choose from, they're perfect for birthdays, office parties, or just treating yourself. You'll find them on the east side of Shields, and yes, they deliver. Make any day sweeter with Nothing Bundt Cakes.
He's back at the White House. I'm Tom Graham, Fox News. President Trump has returned from Beijing after a summit with China's leader, Xi Jinping, the two discussing several topics, including rising oil prices since the start of the conflict with Iran. President insists it's temporary.
The strait will be open. They will not have a nuclear weapon, and the world will go on, and you will see gasoline prices drop.
Now, the leaders from the world's 2 largest economies also discussing trade.
He's coming home with a message that direct engagement with China is possible without having to give up any strategic leverage. On Air Force One, the president talked about what was gained preliminary agreements by President Xi for China to buy U.S. soybeans, U.S. energy exports, about 450 GE Aerospace engines and Boeing planes.
Over 200 planes from Boeing with a promise of 750 planes, which will be by far the largest order ever.
And as Fox's Alexandria Hall, the Supreme Court ending the fight over congressional redistricting in Virginia.
The Supreme Court rejected Virginia's request for the High Court to hear its appeal in the redistricting case. That request was filed after the Virginia State Supreme Court voted 4-3 that a new recent voter-approved map was unconstitutional because the state legislature improperly began the process of placing that referendum on the ballot after early voting had started in Virginia's statewide election last fall. That measure would have redrawn the state's congressional districts to potentially give Democrats an extra 4 seats in the state. Redistricting has become a major midterm issue, with several states redrawing maps after President Trump asked GOP-led states to do so to potentially give Republicans an advantage. Kevin Uretsky, Fox News.
America's listening to Fox News.
Hey, Guy Benson here with a listening tip for you. If you missed The Guy Benson Show or any of your other Fox News favorites, don't worry. You can stream previously aired shows with Rewind, available exclusively on the free Odyssey app. Busy workdays don't mean you have to miss out on any of the news or our content. Listen to your favorite Fox shows on your time with Odyssey. To get started, just download the free Odyssey app and search for Fox News Radio. That's AUDACY.
The FBI's Counter-Drone Academy is gearing up to protect the nation's airspace ahead of the World Cup. Fox's Nate Foy is in Huntsville, Alabama, a community nicknamed Rocket City.
I interviewed the co-deputy director of the FBI, Christopher Rea, and he is very confident in the FBI's counter-drone capabilities. Here in Huntsville, the FBI is training state and local law enforcement across the country to help them protect American cities. They run drills with electronic defense systems that can jam or hijack drones, oftentimes in ways that fans wouldn't even notice. Authorities will be covering all 11 American cities hosting World Cup matches. The One Big Beautiful bill allocates $250 million to protect World Cup cities from drones.
Historically, intercepting drones has been a federal authority. However, President Trump's actions paved the way for local law enforcement to take action as well. Colorado's governor granting pardons and commutations for 44 people, including an ally of President Trump.
Former Mesa County Clerk Tina Peters was convicted of multiple charges in 2024 for illegally trying to make copies of her county's election voting software and passwords. A judge sentenced her to 9 years in prison. This year, a Colorado appeals court ordered her to be resentenced, finding the judge who initially sentenced her incorrectly considered her protected speech about the 2020 election in her punishment. In a statement, Governor Jared Polis said the clemency power is a serious responsibility that he doesn't take lightly. The Secretary of State criticized the decision, calling it a gross injustice to their election system. President Trump wrote on Truth Social, simply, "Free Tina." Jessica Rosenthal, Fox News.
An infamous former South Carolina lawyer winning a new trial, but the outcome for a second trial for Alec Murdaugh could turn out worse. State's Attorney General announcing today his office could seek the death penalty. Murdaugh will be retried for the murder of his wife and adult son. And the court ordered a new trial citing jury tampering in the initial trial. I'm Tom Graham.
There's a place where an inviting beach resort, a majestic mountaintop, and the flashiest getaway in the desert are all one ticket scan, one seatbelt snap, and one liftoff away. Sioux Falls Regional Airport, with direct flights to Florida, Denver, Vegas, and more. Go to sfairport.com.
Can't commit to every game but still want Stampede hockey and big savings? Then Stampede Flexbook tickets are for you. Flexbooks give you 10 ticket vouchers. Use them however you want for any games, anytime. Bring friends, bring family, or save them all for yourself. The choice is yours. Tickets start as low as $10 each, and you can choose any price level. Flex your fandom your way and never miss the action when it works for you. Don't wait. Call 275-4625 or visit sfstampede.com today.
First Dakota National Bank has been named South Dakota's best in-state bank by Forbes. And while we appreciate the recognition, we don't really plan to celebrate. We'll just keep doing what we do best. Serve customers buying or refinancing homes, support farmers in their long-term plans, finance the growth of area businesses, and help our South Dakota communities thrive. If you want to experience best in-state service, call or visit with a First Dakota banker today. First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
Here's Dr. Jessica on the importance of blood work for your pet.
The importance of doing blood work in pets is to check to see if there's any underlying conditions that we might be able to pick up ahead of time so we can treat more appropriately. One benefit of doing blood work ahead of time is we're able to catch things earlier so we can treat them more appropriately. The biggest ones are probably kidney disease, hyperthyroid in our kitty cats, hypothyroid in our dogs, checking on their liver.
Your best bet is Sioux Nation Pet Clinic.
Life moves fast when you're a hockey family.
From a tumble at the rink to a cough that won't quit, Sioux Falls Urgent Care is here when you need help quickly. They offer walk-in service, extended hours, and a team that treats you like family. Sioux Falls Urgent Care is proud to support the Sioux Falls Stampede and their fans. Sioux Falls Urgent Care, your hometown choice for care, right when you need it. Because getting better shouldn't have to wait. Open 7 days a week to keep your family moving forward.
which I had the pleasure of taking my son and daughter-in-law to see down at the State Theater last weekend. An amazing, amazing, amazing movie. Brilliant screenplay by Michael Wilson and Robert Bolt. But look them up because, hey, you just don't get sports here with me. You get a little culture. Now, back to the sports. What we are looking at is one playoff game is in the books in the NBA, and the second one has just begun. So the one that is in the books, the Detroit Pistons rather handily took on the Cleveland Cavaliers, and the series is now tied 3-3. Pistons won 115-94. Right now, up in Minneapolis, the Timberwolves are trailing by a touchdown. Yeah, I know, football analogy. They're down 18-11 to the San Antonio Spurs with about 7 minutes to play in the first. So that series, San Antonio's up 3-2, and we're hoping that the Timber Pups may be able to force a Game 7. They're in a timeout right now. Also in Major League Baseball, a lot going on. You know, this is big crosstown rivalry, cross-state rivalry series weekends. The battle for Pittsburgh is at the top of the 10th, and it looks like the Phillies might just win this one. Right now, in the top of the 10th, they're up 11-8 over the Pirates in Pittsburgh. For some reason, Atlanta and the Red Sox are rivals, I guess. I don't know. Why not, I suppose. They're tied 2-2 in the top of the 10th. Bottom of the 8th in Flushing Meadows. That's in Queens, to you and me. The Yankees have a commanding 4-1 lead over the Mets. Pope not too happy tonight with his White Sox. They're down by 2 runs, 6-4 to the Cubs in the bottom of the 7th. Also, for fans of Kansas City, and obviously with the success of the Chiefs, a lot of people are embracing the Royals because they're kind of close as well. The Royals and the St. Louis Cardinals are tied 3-3, and we'll get down to some finals, and this isn't going to be a happy one for us sports fans here of Minnesota and all its endeavors. The Brewers 3, the Twins 2. Yeah, you figure that once I mention one team first in a final, the second team mentioned obviously has lost. So we're going to take a little bit of a break, and we'll head you back out to the Denny for the third period. You are listening to Stampede Hockey on KELO 1320 and 107.9 FM.
You ever notice casinos?
And that's where we've got it now. Stampede 1-1 as we start period number 3. Glad to have you on board with us here as we get ready for the third period of game 1 of the Clark Cup final between the Stampede and the Muskegon Lumberjacks. And we're underway as the puck is sent all the way down. We'll get an icing call here by the Jacks, and the faceoff will come all the way back into the Stampede zone. Both teams, as we mentioned towards the end there, a lot of energy, some good chances both sides. But right now, just a 1-1 hockey game.
Carter Sanderson, the captain for the Lumberjacks, looking to get under the skin of some of the Stampede players. Obviously an emotional game for him, being the first ever NHL draft pick from South Dakota. Grew up in Pierre, came to Stampede games as a kid. He's got a lot of friends and family in the stands tonight.
Here's a shot into the corner. Macrina trying to knock it down. Gets it to Schultz. Back in. Here's Macrina. The shot just goes wide of the net. Now back out to Grimes through traffic. Nice screen by Macrina, but the save made by Axelson and keeps it a 1-1 game.
That's exactly what you want to see, though, for the Herd. Get a shot, get to the net, have the D-men think about throwing pucks on net. Almost a rebound opportunity there for Macrina, but Axelson did a good job swallowing that up. Looks like we got a penalty here, though, on Brock Schultz coming.
It's a little tussle away from the play, and now
I think it's just him. Got to be more disciplined there.
A high sticking call. It had to have been well after the whistle. We'll have to see if we can get a replay on that. There's a little pushing and shoving afterwards, and not, if you're Sioux Falls, not what you want to be on the penalty kill here early in the period. Now we'll get a look at it here, back behind the net. I'm not sure. I didn't see anything there, so I was waiting for the stick to go up. I didn't see anything, and nonetheless, the Herd are shorthanded here, and a great opportunity now for the Jacks to regain the lead. Noringer, giving the Herd some trouble, gets it to Stewart, plays it back. Noringer, edge of the left circle with the puck, has it in the high slot, turns and shoots. Nice save by Feldbergs, gains the whistle.
Easy stop for Feldbergs. Not many bodies to look through. On the power play, you want to get a couple layers in front of the goaltender to make the netminder have to fight around some screens and track the puck. Not many bodies in front there.
In that second period, Joey Macrina, 12:39 from Zoko and Manassa. Those are the only goal of the period. Tied at 1, 12-11. Muskegon outshot the Herd. Here they're on the power play, Muskegon. Early in the period, Novotny plays it along the right wing side. Played back behind the net. They'll work it back around. Back edge of the left circle for Stewart. Solomon out there with Rankowski, Bongo, and Manassa for the Herd as the puck played off the wall. Noringer hits it back into the high slot. Chance of let's go. Herd starting up, and now it's cleared out of there. You know, it's playoff hockey when you're on the penalty kill and you're getting a let's go Herd chant going. These fans are into it tonight.
Kill's been strong so far, too. Only one opportunity in the first period, but was really solid. Anthony Bongo had a couple good clears on that kill.
Played here by Alushko, and he'll play it behind the net, and they'll work it back around the right side. Sanderson flipped it to the far wall, looking to get it back. They play it. Right side, Novotny's shot, nice save made. Noringer trying to keep it in. It's bumped away, and the Herd short-handed. Here comes Ullman with McGraw 2-on-2. McGraw trying to feed it back to him. We got pickpocketed, and now the Lumberjacks send it all the way down. They'll do a change, and that's going to give the Herd a chance to get it out of the zone. McGraw at center, gets it to Ullman. Ullman will just dump it in. Good kill here for the Herd. Just 17 seconds to go on the power play.
If that backhand saucer pass got through, Ullman was wide open for a breakaway.
Lucas and company sending it in. Play to the far wall. Chris will drop it. Left wing side, down to 5 seconds on the penalty. The Herd trying to clear. Kept it barely. Bruce Collins will center. Comes here a shot, and it's redirected just wide. Penalty expires. Herd kill him off. as Schultz comes out of the box. So the second opportunity there doesn't go for Muskegon. That's a big kill for the Herd here early in the second period. Muskegon, though, putting pressure on still, and a shot and a save made here as Benson got loose in front of the net, and Feldberg's able to eye that and able to make the nice glove save.
Wade Weil blocked that shot with his left foot. It was a loose puck for Larry Oza to walk right into in the high slot for a slap shot that if it got past Weil, it had a good chance of going in, but again, the Stampede have been so committed to blocking shots all night. Everyone, too.
Face-off draw here to the left glove side of the goaltender. Feldberg's won here by the Lumberjacks. Shot through traffic, redirected a couple times. Goes wide, Jacobson off the stick to Betzold at center. Front of the Stampede bench it comes. Dumped back in there by Bergeron, and the Herd will give chase here. Manassa playing it along the wall, trying to go the other way, and Sioux Falls will play it here. It's knocked down. Ameko will play it. Ameko over the line to the left side. They play it behind the net. Cullen trying to wrap. Max Cullen waiting, right circle. He's got plenty of room. He'll shoot. And a save made there by Feldbergs. Now it's played back into the high point, and that one comes out. If the touch should be offside, so they have to touch up. And the Herd will get it. Jacobson, long outlet pass ahead to Omen. Omen into the offensive end. Left wing side here, trying to play the puck behind the net. Left of Axelson, swung around though by the Jacks and played by Blanchard. Stopped momentarily. Blanchard gets it back. It'll weave through the neutral zone. Backhands one to Novotny. Novotny into the corner, just sends it towards the net. It goes off the side of that. They get it back in front. Shot. Oh, that's a big block by Schultz there. Got in front to knock away the shot by Bruce Collins, who is all alone. Now the puck here, Novotny. To Lechner, knocked down by Sioux Falls. Schultz swings it to the right side to Macrina and flipped all the way in. 4 minutes into the third period, brought to you by the way by our friends from Sioux Falls Specialty Hospital and the Orthopedic Institute. Sioux Falls Specialty Hospital and the Orthopedic Institute, the official sports medicine team of your Sioux Falls Stampede. Played here by Lechner. Out to center, flipped all the way in, chasing after it is Weil. Flips it behind the net. Sioux Falls will work it back out. Little give and go option here. Solomon across center, sends it all the way in. Left wing side here for Macrina. Macrina, left wing wall, gets shoved into the boards. Now the puck knocked free. It's Benson. He'll get it, and the Jacks will knock it down. Stampede the other way. Zoko into the offensive end. He's by himself, not anywhere to go, and gets triple teamed there. The puck's cleared out of the zone.
Too much of that. A lot of guys for the Herd have been trying to dangle through the middle of the ice. It hasn't worked all night. Got to make a smarter play here in the third.
Manassa back in his own end to Jacobson. Plays it to Zoko, drops it back. Manassa pass batted away there. It'll come back here. Montero just flips it all the way in. Off behind the net. In front, that one will end up coming all the way out, and Sioux Falls will have to regroup here. Shots even at 22 apiece up on the board. Score even at 1 apiece on the big board as it's knocked down and sent all the way in. Bongo trying to give chase. Grimes takes it behind the net, gets it to Bongo. Bongo up the left side to Zoko. Now feeds it to McGraw. McGraw gets shoved into the boards here. Zoko trying to race after it. He'll send it all the way in. Off behind the net it goes. Chance of let's go Herd starting up again. Bergeron shoving it ahead to center. Puck batted down. Sioux Falls with it. Prunty weaving through. He will try to make a move again. That one turned over. Bergeron ahead, gets it here to the hands of Maroon. Maroon back to Bergeron, but he's tied up. And the Stampede will get it back here. Here's Omen with Betzel. 2-on-2 if they hurry. Over the line, Betzel to Omen. Omen shot. Oh, hit the goalpost. Axelson might have got a piece of it, but it went off the goalpost. Omen back out to Manassa. Fires, and that one goes off a skate wide. Now Rankowski tying up Bergeron. Played here by Omen, trying to get to it. Bergeron flips behind the net. Amico will play it off. That one knocked away, and it's back again by the Jacks. They'll just get it out and send it all the way in. So close, you see on the replay there of the try there by Omen. It's a game of inches, and in the playoffs, that's what it all comes down to. The Herd putting on good pressure here. See if they can continue. It's a 1-1 game. We're back in 60 seconds. This is Stampede Hockey.
delicious. Curly Fun flavored milk.
You're listening to Stampede Hockey and the Clark Cup playoffs on your home for playoff hockey. Kello News Talk 1320, 107.9.
Back here, 1-1 hockey game. Stampede, here comes Solomon. Up the left wing wall, gets it. Solomon turns, he shoots. Oh, he just missed the net. Macrina back with it here. Plays it back out to Bongo. Bongo towards the goal, just wide of the net. Played by the Jacks. Blanchard getting to the puck and feeding it into the Stampede end. He stopped though right on the line, and Sioux Falls will get enough to get it out. Here's Muskegon waiting their time. Larioza has it knocked down. Schultz the other way for Sioux Falls, sends it all the way in. Played back here by the Lumberjacks, flipped to Sanderson. Sanderson gets checked hard by Montero, lost the puck to Hertzoko. He gets stripped up, runs into the boards hard, lost his stick, and out come the Lumberjacks ahead with it. Here's Benson off the right wing wall. Benson centers, save made, pad save. And the puck swept around, and Soko picks up the loose puck. He's got speed up the right wing wall. It's one-on-one as he'll go wide to the right, trying to get a shot, but a nice defensive play there by Thorpe, pushing him off the puck. Chipped off the wall and all the way out.
Soko had a lot of speed going to the neutral zone. Thorpe, just such a strong 6'2", 205 defenseman there for the Lumberjacks. Couldn't give Soko any space to get by him.
11:45 to go here in regulation. It's a 1-1 hockey game. Off the boards, Betzel leaves it ahead. Rankowski off the right side. Wrist shot, save made. Axelson. And a stoppage here to face off in the offensive zone. All tied up at 1 here at the Premier Center. Muskegon scored early in the first. The Stampede got one in the second. And that's where we're at right now.
Tobias Oman's been all over this game. You got to think he's due for one lucky bounce. He's been so good all night in the offensive zone. Hit a post earlier in this period. Been so good on the forecheck, causing turnovers. What a game he's having.
11:33 here. Face-off draw won by the Herd. Manassa sends it in. Hard off the back wall. Jacobson tries to send it back towards the net, but knocked away. And it'll be cleared by Noringer all the way down. They say no ice as it'll be played by Jacobson. He'll scoop it ahead here. Plays it up the middle of the wall, sends it all the way into Schultz, knocked down. Schultz chasing after it here on the right side. He drops it, that pass batted down, and it's played back here by the Lumberjacks. Sioux Falls works it back cross ice, gets it here to Schultz, knocked away. Back to Oman. No play to Prunty. Prunty long outlet to Schultz, pass intercepted. And here come the Jacks into the offensive end. Weil shovels it across. Prunty trying to knock it free for Weil. Off to Schultz. Schultz sends it ahead here, played by Macrina. Knocked down, and the puck played Solomon with it. Solomon drops it back there, gets it to Weil. And now they'll flip it ahead, and Macrina sends it all the way in. Laid back here along the boards for Lazario, and it's flipped back here. Bergeron now trying to clear out. Backed in by the Herd. Macrina, quick shot, a save made. Otney clears it, tried to, kept in the zone. Now he gets it back, and this time goes cross ice. They'll have a little bit of time to clear. We're midway through period number 3 here. Still tied at 1. Game 1, Clark Cup final. Here's McGraw trying to go through the defense. Can't. He's bumped off the puck, and first Collins plays it. Stampede get it back though. Here behind the net looking for Montero. Montero tied up along the wall trying to get to that puck, and it's sent back in. Sioux Falls has to touch up, and Muskegon will change some players as the puck is sent all the way down.
Very back and forth right now, huh, Jim? Feels like these teams are incredibly evenly matched.
Yeah, a lot of good pace right now to the game, and here comes Betzold again, trying to get in. The Herd trying to find a way to squeeze in, but Muskegon's so good defensively, not giving them much once they get into the offensive end. Now Stewart, other way here for Muskegon. They'll get a wrist shot, fanned on. Manassa picks it up, and here comes Tobias Oman up the right wing wall, one-on-one. Oman trying to spin, goes around into the right corner. Waiting for some help. Sanderson's going to get there, plays it off the wall. And it's flipped in back behind the net. Lechner had it played. Solomon trying to get to it. Schultz flips it into the corner. Right side shot through traffic. That one batted away. Grimes gets it back. His shot is blocked. And the puck is sent ahead. It'll go all the way down. And we'll get an icing call here. Faceoff coming all the way back in the offensive zone for the Herd.
Feels like all the momentum right now is on the home side. The Herd have controlled the puck for the last 3 or 4 minutes, getting some decent looks, some one-on-one opportunities that haven't necessarily turned into great A's, but the opportunities do continue to come and come.
Timeout here on the ice. We'll sneak one as well. 60 seconds, and we are back. 1-1 game. Don't touch that dial. This is Stampede Hockey.
Provider of office essentials and branded apparel for the Sioux Falls Stampede. Are you all in?
8:44 to go in the third. Face-off here in the offensive zone. Jim Olander alongside Johnny Lazarus, bringing you game one of the Clark Cup Final. Special loan to those of you watching on FloHockey tonight, whether it's through the regular way, maybe it's on your PC, or maybe you're watching on Amazon Prime or on YouTube. We're glad to have you on board here and welcome you to game one of the Clark Cup Final. You've been treated to a good one so far. As a puck one here, Schultz sends it into the corner. Left wing side, looking to get there for Grimes. Benson whips it out to center. Sioux Falls will work it. Schultz trying to go the other way, and that one knocked down and sent all the way back into the Stampede zone. That'll be icing against Muskegon, who just took a timeout to change their personnel. And now face off back in the Muskegon zone. 8:28 to go here in the third. Sioux Falls will send out Schultz, Macrina, and Solomon with Bongo and Grimes. Tomorrow night is game two. It's a 6:05 start time. It's going to be a blue out. It'll be a fun one here, Johnny. Everybody in the lower level will have a blue Clark Cup Final Stampede t-shirt. Kind of a Clark Cup tradition here in Sioux Falls, so get your tickets. You want to be part of it tomorrow night. 6 o'clock, doors open at 5. Mongo, shot blocked. Played back into the right side for Schultz. Shovel pass behind the net. Trying to work it back in front. Played by Sanderson. He'll get it out to center, and now Benson sends it all the way in. Off behind the net, Feldbergs. And here for the Herd. Schultz trying to go the other way. Puck is bouncing. Stampede get it. Macrina in over the line. He's got Schultz. Can he get it back to him? Schultz to Macrina. Safe rebound. He scores! Joey Macrina! He does it again! And the Stampede have taken the lead. It's 2-1.
Joey Macrina's got a nose for the net as of late, but a great heads-up play by Joseph McGraw, who actually leaves the puck at the offensive blue line, knowing that McGraw didn't have speed himself. For Brock Schultz to skate into it with speed, entering the zone. Schultz stops, pulls up, throws one low on net on Axelson, and Macrina is right there for the rebound. He actually didn't even score on the first rebound. He gets a second chance. Here's a look at that stop and pull up by Schultz, and Macrina cleans up his own garbage. What a goal.
Big time goal for the Herd. Muskegon looking here, and Stampede fans don't want to hear it if they're looking to challenge. I don't know what there's to challenge, though. Macrina definitely wasn't near the goaltender, and that should hold. So A 2-1 lead. Macrina's got both goals, and the Herd have once again rallied, and this crowd has come to life here. 6,000 in attendance, and the Herd with a 2-1 lead.
You felt that one was coming too, with how they've been playing here in the third period. Muskegon was sitting back a little too much.
McGraw gets it here to Zoko. Shot, save, and Axelson covers. A little extra. Like Montero coming in there trying to knock it free, and they will separate everybody. Timeout here on the ice. 7:38 to go here in period number 3. It's a 2-1 lead for the home team. We're back in 60 seconds. This is Stampede Hockey.
Clark Cup playoffs. Now let's head back to the rink with the voice of the Stampede, Jimmy O.
7:38 to go here in the third period, and the Stampede leading 2-1, and almost as loud of applause for the kiss cam for finally getting the couple to give a kiss than it was for that second goal from Joey Macrina. The Stampede leading here now 1, but still plenty of hockey to be played. 7.5 minutes to go. Sioux Falls with their first lead of the night. Blanchard plays it out to center. Works it out on the right wing side here. Bruce Collins flips it all the way in, and now it's played along the left wing side. Stampede will come out with it. Played back here, out to center for Zoko. Zoko plays it, drops pass, knocked down, and it's picked up. Blanchard lost it. Betzold has it back. Betzold to the right point. Now on the high point shot. That one travels high and into the netting. 7:02 to go here in the third period.
The Stampede are not taking their foot off the gas pedal, that is for sure. The one thing about them this game that's been really positive as well, after the 2 goals they've scored, they've followed that up with really strong shifts.
Face-off draw here in the Muskegon zone. Rakowski up the draw, got a shot. He won his own face-off. That kind of snuck through the Muskegon center and got the shot off himself, but Axelson there to make the save. We'll do it again here to the left of Axelson. Anthony Thomas Maroon will take the draw. It'll be Renkowski for the Herd. He's out there with Betzold and Ullman.
This group of Lumberjacks looks pretty tired too. They're all hunched over with their stick on their thighs. That's a sign of a tired group.
There off the draw, chipped by the Lumberjacks, so get it ahead. Played by Bergeron, and he sends it in. Now it's played to the right point. Has it here right side. Ameko will play it. Ameko waiting. Tries to flip it into the corner. Now it comes back out to the right point. Shot by Noringer. Stop, rebound, wraparound, trying to save made by Feldberg. Sioux Falls will just get it off the glass, and they'll get it out of the zone. 6.5 to go here. Laid back behind the net. Noringer. Right wing side here. Out to center. Pass batted down by Solomon. Solomon flips it all the way in. Hits off the back wall, and now it's covered. And Schultz there comes in, and they will separate. Another face-off draw here in the offensive zone.
Schultz and Macrina gave Axelson a nice little snow shower there. I'm sure he's not very appreciative of that.
Schultz, Macrina, Solomon, Grimes, and Bongo. Do you ever play those games when you were playing?
I like to mess with guys in scrums. I wasn't really a mean player though, but I would like to mess around a little bit like that.
Macrina had it knocked away. The puck will come out to center. Here's Bongo trying to go the other way with it. Played up the left wing side and all the way in. Off behind the net, Feldbergs knocks it down. Sioux Falls will swing it around to the right side here. Vukas keeps it in. He's got room. Shot. Oh, that was a nice tip and a save made. Sanderson got in front of the net there, but again, Feldbergs read it and tracked it and made the save.
The Stampede have been so much better in front of their own net as the second period and third period have progressed. That was a big problem they were having in the early parts of this game, is that there were so many white sweaters around Feldbergs. And right there you see a deflection happen. No rebound, no even second poke at it. They're doing a good job boxing out.
5:51 to go here in the third period. 2-1, Sioux Falls on top of the Jacks here. Game 1, Clark Cup final, face-off won by the Lumberjacks. Shot through traffic and a glove save by Feldbergs with 5:46 to go in the third.
Remember those few saves in the second period too. It was a breakaway for Noringer, a 2-on-1 opportunity for Noringer again. He had a couple of great looks in that second. Feldbergs came up big and kept it a one-goal game at the time. The Herd were down 1-0. That's the big reason why they're up now 2-1 because of that performance from Feldbergs in goal.
Face off here, won by Sioux Falls. Macrina backhands it ahead, and he'll try to track it down himself. Stopped at the line. Benson will play it back in the Muskegon zone. They'll play a little catch and now play it up ice. Into the offensive end, they try to come. Thorpe flips it in. Benson gets it right off the wall and shot stopped. Rebound by Schultz is played ahead, and here's Brock Schultz out to center and flipping it all the way down. Off back behind the goal. Muskegon's pass nearly intercepted. Now it's played by Benson, and Benson ahead with a chance of let's go Herd again. Off behind the net, Soko trying to track it down. Sioux Falls play it along the near wall. Montero with the puck, playing up the left wing side. Montero into the offensive end. Around one, Montero has it, wrist shot and a save made. Comes back to Zoko. He fires a tie it over the net. Played back to Grimes. Shot tipped. It'll be into the corner. Zoko is there. Zoko flips to Montero. Montero, edge of the right circle here, holding on to it. Had it stripped away, and it's picked up by Christ, and he goes a little give and go with Stewart into the Herd zone. Towards the net, a stick goes flying. That's Bongo's. Grimes backhands. Plays it. The puck batted down. It is played freely here by the Herd as Bongo will clear and the Stampede get it out. 4.5 to go in the hockey game. Sioux Falls leading by 1 in game 1. Feldbergs off behind the net to Bongo. Up the right side to Betzel. Gets it out to center. Plays it to the right side. Amenko plays it and they flip it all the way in. Sioux Falls will get to it. Grimes with the puck. Edge of the left circle here. Played back out to center and it's flipped in. Rolling puck, Axelson. Off behind the net to get it here, and it's played by Ararzio, and he plays it out to center. It comes back out. Flipped in. Blanchard and Stampede. Feldbergs off the glass.
What a play.
Zips it right onto the tape of Omen. Omen into the offensive end for Betzel. Betzel breaks free. Centers its tip, goes behind the net. Betzel gets hit hard along the wall, and the puck is knocked down. Here they come here into the offensive zone. Lucas has it knocked away in the Stampede. Chip it to center. Omen was trying to track that down. Blanchard back with it. Hits it in over the line. Noringer has it towards the net. That puck is batted away, and they're tied up here by Solomon. Sioux Falls trying to knock it away and out to center. 3:13 to go here. Joey Macrina, the story, has both goals tonight for the Herd. As the puck played ahead up the right side by Grimes. Flips and sends it all the way in.
Really good play by Grimes, using his feet to gain the red and just get it deep and get off. Responsible play.
Benson playing it here up the right wing wall. Bergeron trying to go around the defense there of Bongo. Nice job, ties him up. 2:45 and counting to go. Clock ticking down. Puck played along the near wall. There it is, Macrina. Out to center for Solomon, and it's dumped in. Jags will play it up the right side to Benson. Goes cross ice and all the way down. Jacobson behind the net, 2:20 to go. Plays it off the boards, gets it to Montero. Stampede will play it ahead, and here comes McGraw into the offensive zone. He's got Zoko. McGraw, oh, he lost the puck. He was going to let it go, and he lost the puck. There goes Axelson, and with 2:05 to go, there's an extra attacker on the ice for the Lumberjacks. The Herd send it all the way down. That puck is rolling towards the net, and he scores! J.J. Money Montero with the empty netter, and the Herd have a 3-1 lead. Yeah, baby!
Talk about a fortuitous bounce for J.J. Montero. That puck doesn't roll on its edge. I don't know if it goes into the empty net, but that's a responsible leader below the goal line, getting the puck on his forehand, making sure it gets out cleanly, and then he gets the extra little cherry on top as that thing rolls into the empty net. It didn't have a lot of mustard on it, but it made its way home.
Yeah, it had eyes to the net, and it found its way in, and the Herd now a little cushion with 2 minutes to go, a 3-1 score. The Herd here, Muskegon trying to pull the goaltender again. Solomon intercepted, so Axelson had to go back at his own net. Now here come the Lumberjacks again. Axelson already to the bench as they get it across center. They bring it in. Bongo loses the stick again. A shot and a save made. Rebound played back behind the goal. 1:35 to go. Herd pick it up, trying to clear. It's kept in the zone. Shot tip, blocked, rebound knocked away. Sending it towards the net, but wide this time was Schultz with 1:25 to go in the hockey game. 3-1 score. Benson flips it in. Manassa trying to track it down. Gets it a Weil. Weil along the board. Stampede trying to chip it ahead. Now it's Solomon. He can't get to it. The puck goes back behind the net. Just over a minute to go here. They center in front. It comes back out. Vukas has it in the right circle. Shot through traffic and a glove save by Feldbergs.
Big time glove save there from Feldbergs to settle things down a little bit. Muskegon was starting to generate, running around the offensive zone. It seemed like the Stampede were getting a little bit unorganized and chaotic in the D zone, but that's a big time glove save just to cool things down.
So the Herd down to 58.6 seconds here in this game, leading 3-1. Face off in the Stampede zone. Muskegon already used their timeout in the earlier in the period on the icing call. And now face off here in the zone. Picked up, Sioux Falls. Rakowski trying to knock it free. Off behind the net, Bongo reaches, sends it to center. Rankowski knocks it down. Rankowski over to Macrina looking for the hat trick. Macrina, he'll shoot. Oh, he just missed it. Zoko plays it back. Now back to Macrina into Rankowski, and it's tipped away. 33 seconds to go. Rankowski trying to get that back. Stewart has the puck here. Now it's knocked down and picked up. Let's go Herd chance. Fans coming to their feet here at 24 seconds to go. Sioux Falls. Zoko knocked down. 13 seconds to go. Picked up by Grimes. Grimes to the empty. It's blocked. It'll come free here out of the zone. Macrina again, one more chance at it. Knocked down. He gets another whack. The horn will sound, and the Stampede have taken game one of the Clark Cup final. 3-1 final score. Yeah, baby. The Herd get the win here tonight. And they, for the third straight series in the playoffs, they grab game number one. And the 6,000 plus in attendance here celebrating tonight. Johnny, a great second half of the game for the Herd, leads to victory tonight.
Typical Herd fashion. They got to fight through a little adversity after struggling on the power play in the first period, struggling to create offense almost halfway through the second period. They get one bounce and then they start rolling from there. What a game from Macrina, scored 2 big goals. Feldberg shut it down in goal, and then a mature way to finish that game, getting the red line, getting everything deep, and being responsible.
So the Herd get the victory here tonight. And Sioux Falls able to get the win. A 3-1 score in this one here tonight. And game 2 coming up tomorrow night. I know you got to go, Johnny. We appreciate you being on the broadcast here tonight. A lot of fun. And glad we could spend some time here and see a good game in game number 1. We'll look forward to seeing all your coverage on USHL.com and all the USHL social media platforms.
Thanks, Jim. Can't wait to be back tomorrow night.
All right, that'll be coming up tomorrow in game number 2. Here we have a game 1 win. A 3-1 victory for Sioux Falls in regulation 2. We like those, and the Stampede get the win here tonight with the victory over the Muskegon Lumberjacks. We'll keep it here for your 3-star award presentation coming up. We've got your Dental Solutions post-game show coming up, so a lot to get to, so don't touch that dial yet. We'll go through all of this one here tonight and all the excitement that in the at the Premier Center. A great game number 1, a great start, great game, and the Stampede able to pull it out and get a very big game 1 victory. Let's go downstairs.
Brought to us by Bowen & Associates. Tonight's 3rd-star award winner from your Sioux Falls Stampede with 1 assist on the evening is number 18, Joseph McGraw. Tonight's 2nd-star award winner, also from the Stampede, with 29 saves on the night, number 88, Leonard Feldberg. And tonight's top player and 1st-star award winner from the Stampede with 2 goals on the night, number 13, Joey Macrina. And now let's send it down to Charlie on the Stampede bench with tonight's quick star of the game, Joey Macrina.
All right, guys, one more time for Joey Macrina. All right, Joey, real quick, how big was it to start this series off with a win?
I think that's huge. We can carry this momentum in, start off 1-0 and take it from there.
Awesome. Now, you had 2 big goals here tonight after a massive goal in our last game. What is going well for you in this series?
I think I'm just trying to play the right way. I'm just competing my butt off, trying my best, and just my line mates have been a hell of a help, so shout out to them.
Awesome. Now, one last thing. What do you want to say to this crowd tonight?
I appreciate you guys. You guys are the best. Let's go, baby. 2 more. Let's go.
There you go, Joey Macrina. Stampede, they win it tonight 3-1. And the Sioux Falls Stampede get the victory here tonight over the Muskegon Lumberjacks. And they lead the best-of-5 series 1-0 as the Stampede get a big performance from Joey Macrina. And we'll get you into our Dental Solutions post-game show. Stay with us. Coming up, we'll get some highlights of this one. We will let you know what you need to know about tonight's game, tomorrow's game, plus we'll also catch up with head coach Ryan Crothers. So all of that is coming up here during the Dental Solutions post-game show. The Stampede take a 1-0 series lead in the best-of-5 series with game 2 tomorrow night. We'll have it for you here. We'll talk more about that when we return. As you're listening to the Clark Cup Final on your home for Stampede Hockey in the Clark Cup Final. Kaladusha, 1320, 107.9.